Should be live in 5, 4, 3. Okay, maybe it's live now. Can you hear yourself all right with these?
Not really, no.
No? Oh, it's because you're not plugged in? Oh, dang. It's all right. The cool thing about the beginning of these is you can cut it out.
Oh, there we go.
Can you hear it now?
Yeah, absolutely.
Check mic. Now, I think that okay, so it's switching back and forth. Okay, this is my testimony, episode 27. Whew. Post-COVID.
That's right.
I think I had one in the middle of CORVID with Roger. Roger is one of the guys that I've been meeting with on Sundays.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But if you're listening on audio, it's available on YouTube. If you're listening on YouTube, it's also available on Spotify, Apple. Yeah.
Nice.
What would you listen to it on?
Spotify or Apple, either one.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now that... never mind. I'm not going to bring them up. I'm going to leave that to the side. I was going to bring somebody up that I usually bring up in these conversations here, and I'm just going to leave that out.
Okay.
Joe Rogan. Okay, so we have Jermaine here. I didn't mean it to sound radio-esque. Jermaine, you're here.
Yes.
You made it.
Yeah, I did make it.
So in the description, I did put, I was like, we were planning on doing this 3 months ago, but it didn't work out.
Right.
It was more than 3 months ago, wasn't it?
Maybe like
Dude,
5.
It has been a minute.
It has.
Oh, my gosh. So then you hit me up with the text, and then you were like, hey, what changed your mind?
Well, I might have actually had COVID when we were trying to do it, so I was protecting both of us so we didn't both get it. And I don't know, I just wanted to wait and make sure that everyone was comfortable with doing it again. So
Yeah.
here we are.
And here we are.
Yeah.
So you've seen a couple of them. So I'm still trying to get like the beginnings. I don't know how the beginnings go.
Okay.
So what I know about Jermaine, what I know about you is that you worked at Amazon, and I met you at Christ Community.
Absolutely.
And you were outside in the car or something, and I was like, yo, what's up? I'm Sam. I think you're getting ready to leave.
Yeah.
You were somebody else.
Yep.
And I was like, what are your names?
Yeah.
And then I think I saw you maybe like 1 or 2 times after that.
Yeah.
So this is kind of like the first time we've had like a little coffee date.
Yeah, for sure.
I look at your coffee, but I've got water.
Yeah, absolutely.
So these are the most interesting ones, I think, is that I don't know much about you.
Okay.
So where did you grow up?
So I was actually born in Alamosa, Colorado, and my mom met my stepdad when I was about like 6. So then they got married, and then we moved to Hiawatha, Kansas, and that's kind of where I like grew up.
Hiawatha?
Yeah, it's a really small town in Kansas.
Where's Hiawatha? Is that like is it sizable to Hale? Hale? Is that a place in Kansas? Hayes. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, it might be.
Smaller
Hayes
than
might
that?
be a little bit bigger than Hayes.
Really?
Yeah, there's only like 3,000 people that live there.
Small town. So, black man growing up in small town Kansas.
Very racist.
You know I was gonna go there.
No, you're good. You're good. It's
Was
very
some
racist.
assholes there?
Oh, 100%. I remember one time, me and my sister were walking to go to our friend's house, and these grown adults screamed, "Go back to Africa!" It was crazy. I was just like, that's when I knew I had to learn how to like fight and stuff, because like things might pop off, and you just never know.
So, do you think that they were assholes, or do you think that they were racist, or do you think that they were racist assholes?
Both, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Do you think that they're do you see them as cowardly?
I do, because I was like 12, you know, like I was a kid. Who cares? What's wrong with you?
Get off my back. But you grew, you moved on,
Yeah, absolutely.
and then, well, damn it, I don't want the whole thing to be about race.
No.
Were there other things that you had to overcome other than like the asshole Kansas They're probably like grown ass men too.
Oh, 100%. All of them were. I mean, that was the gist of being there, was like overcoming that and just learning that. I think it helped me because it made me understand that like race isn't important. It's just who you are as a person, and so I don't have any animosity towards anybody that's a different race than me at all.
You don't? Not even a hair?
Not at all.
Because I've been reading White Fragility, and I found out that I am just the biggest racist.
Really?
No, not at all. If anything, now I can say that the only time I have been mugged was by black men. However, I've gotten my ass kicked maybe 3 times, and they were all by white men. So those statistics there.
Yeah, the black guys only robbed you.
Yeah, well, what? They took my damn Royals jersey. Actually, it was a friend of mine's Royals jersey.
That's not really a loss to you then.
Yeah, well, and then I think he took my longboard.
Oh, okay.
Like the guy who's the friend. And I was even gonna give him like my Royals jersey. I had another the same Royals jersey.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but anywho, so now you're in Kansas City. But how did that progress to Kansas City? Did you grow up there and then you go to college, or did you go to school?
Yeah, I went to college in Highland, Kansas.
By the way, do I sound like I'm really loud?
No, you sound fine to me.
Okay. For some reason, I'm like, I don't know. Go ahead.
Yeah, so I went to school in Highland, Kansas, which is actually smaller than Hiawatha. I don't know how they have a community college there, but they do. And that was interesting, too. But it was good. I had a good time there. And that's kind of, because I was going to school to be like a PE teacher, and that's kind of where I found out that I didn't want to do that at all.
Yeah.
My gifts and abilities are in fashion.
Oh, okay. I mean, you look pretty fly right now. And
well,
the times that I've seen you, like, and I gotta say, I mean, like, flannel is a good choice.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it.
For the ages, man. I don't think that you could wear the time that flannels go out of style is the day that, like, the next day the world ends.
I agree.
Right?
I agree. Yeah. They're timeless.
And I haven't worn one in a minute. I'm actually surprised you're wearing one because it's like 90 degrees out.
Well, to my credit though, this morning when I went to church, it was actually kind of cool. So.
Oh, okay.
You kind of needed one.
Yeah, it's been like that in Missouri, however way you look at it. So you went to community college out there, and were you like in a dorm, or did you?
I was in a dorm for like a year, and then my last year there, I stayed at my mom's house while I went to school.
Okay.
And then that's when I found out that was not the correct path for me. And then so in that, all my friends are really artistic and stuff. So like I kind of got with them and asked, talked to them about like starting a clothing line and seeing how that would go. And they were in and out of that, and which I have no animosity towards them or anything like that. It just is what it is. Like when things cost money, you don't want to do it. And so, but I had convictions, and I knew it would work because nobody was saying what I was trying to say, and so I just wanted to keep pursuing it. So in like 2014, I got my own clothing line called Flybird, and then just been selling like t-shirts and hoodies and tanks and like beanies and stuff. And right now I'm working on another collection right now that's like to get like whole outfits, like joggers and track pants and like hoodies and crew necks and shirts and flannels, jean jackets, varsity jackets.
So you're doing it. You're actually like doing it.
Yeah, trying to do it all.
How long have you been like pursuing that then?
So it'll be about 6 years of doing
6 years.
Just grinding it out. Yeah.
I'm trying to think of if there's been anything that I've been trying to reach for 6 years. I probably produced music for like 6 years, and then it kind of died off.
Really?
And it transitioned into concert photography. And I just wanted to be a part of the music industry so bad. But the more I like look into it, the more it's just like I don't know whether I'm not doing it because I don't want to deal with the temptations that come with it, or whether or not it's because I'm lazy. like,
Right.
like I don't want to have to learn like the technical side of like the mixing and mastering of things.
Right. Yeah.
Like the audio on this, I'm always, I mean, you saw me. I was self-conscious about the audio.
Yeah, for sure.
Like like the video and stuff. Like I'm always like, because I don't take those proper roads to understand the mixing and mastering side of things. It's too technical. It's like, you know what I mean? Like it's like here's a paintbrush, a palette, and a canvas.
Right.
And then it's like, okay, but hold on. You need to make this. I don't know. I'm about the theory side of it.
No,
like I lean more
sure.
towards like the theory than the absolute.
You're trying to figure out the quickest way to get that done without having to do all this other stuff.
Exactly.
100%.
And so it's like this roadblock that to enter into that industry, like you have to. Maybe you don't. Maybe it is a little bit of laziness, but but you said that you're doing clothes.
Yeah,
So
for sure.
So what why would you ever get into design like that? Like that industry is so like it's difficult, isn't it?
It is difficult.
Because everybody's making clothes, right?
Yeah, they are.
Just like everybody's making music.
Exactly, and everybody's copying off everybody. Everyone's doing things.
I don't know those Yeezys.
Oh no,
Those are pretty original.
Now listen, my favorite people that I admire the most in fashion are Kanye, and I know a lot of people don't like him, but like I think he changed the game because he started making shoes in like 2013, so 7 years now he's a billionaire off of that. To me, that's insane. And now he has a ranch. It's like 300 acres where
250,000
250,000
up in Wyoming, I think.
Yeah, and he makes everything table to farm, or farm to table. Sorry.
Yeah.
So I mean that to me is amazing.
Farm to table. What does that mean?
So like he had like all of his fabrics and stuff. It's all grown on his farm, and then he makes produces everything. So he has no middleman. Like he is crushing it. It's insane.
I saw the what was it? I can't think of the song, but at the end of the song, the video, he's like, it says that he told his dad that he bought, I think that's how I remember the numbers, 250,000 acres. And then his dad goes, a black man?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
He's got that awesome, like, car. I don't even know what it is, but it's got those big wheels. You've seen the video.
Yeah.
Everybody's seen the video.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen the video, you got to check out the video. I like Kanye. And a lot of people don't like Kanye. It's interesting.
It is.
He's like, he's I don't know. You're doing something right when 50% of people hate you and 50% of the people love you. You know what I mean?
100%, yeah.
Like, or maybe you're not. That's the thing is that, you know what I mean? Like that I guess that idea doesn't follow in all places, but you're trying.
For sure. And I think he's on the right path now because he's like making like purely Christian music now.
Yes.
And I love Jesus King. If you haven't listened to it, you definitely should.
Well, I heard the whole thing, man. I listened to that, and then there's like the Sunday Special album.
Yes, all great. Love it.
Which I've never been I've never been really about like. I'll listen to just about anything.
Mm-hmm.
Polka kind of doesn't really do it in for me. I always have to stipulate that I can't stand talking to somebody and saying like, "What kind of music do you listen?" "Oh, I listen to everything." "Oh, so you listen to 93.3?" And for those listening, 93.3 is just like the top 40 radio station here.
Right. Yeah.
Because I'm always like, "Oh, you listen to polka?" Like.
Right.
I don't think you listen to polka.
Exactly. Yeah, I hate when people give you that broad thing. I think for me, like, I listen to like everything from like. Oh, go ahead.
My bad.
You're good, man.
I'd turn that off there.
You're good.
How rude of me.
No, you're all good. I listen to everything from like Steely Dan to like Stevie Wonder, man. And if you haven't listened to Stevie Wonder, that dude has crazy songs that some of them I haven't heard of and I'm just discovering. Like, that dude's amazing.
Stevie Wonder?
Yeah, he's a blind guy. And
I
just
wish.
crushing it.
Have you heard of that song?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, yeah. I listened to that song the other day. Sometimes I'll put on I just got Apple Music, so like you can like create a station, and so I listen to like Stand By Me. You heard that?
Yes.
And then you throw Stand By Me, and then you throw to tell them to make you a station, and then you'll get Aretha Franklin, you'll get Stevie Wonder, you'll get even like Johnny B. Good will pop up on there.
Yeah.
Some classics, man.
Absolutely.
So Kanye, Christianity. Have you always liked Kanye?
I have. I've been a Kanye fan.
Even whenever he, I love this because you can hear me when I'm whispering. Even whenever he was talking about the P word.
Yes, even when he's talking about the P word. I fell in love with him not through the wire, but when All Falls Down. That's probably like my all-time favorite song by him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All fall down.
Yeah.
We all fall down. We all fall down. Or like Jesus walks.
That was a good one too. Yeah.
So even like Jay-Z, do you listen to Jay-Z?
Oh, 100%. That's my favorite rapper.
Jay-Z's your favorite?
Mm-hmm.
I liked Jay-Z. I liked him. I liked him because if you listen to his older stuff, it is like he killed it. Like
100%.
whenever he was a kid.
Yeah.
Like whenever he was a kid. But now he's rolling in the dough. He's talking a little bit too much.
You think so?
I think so.
Okay.
And it's just kind of turning me off.
Really?
Yeah.
It's weird.
Hear me out.
Okay, go ahead,
Okay.
go ahead.
Okay. So you know, Jay-Z and Beyonce, they talk out quite a bit politically.
Yeah.
And it's hard for me to take them serious when 90% of the pictures I see them at are like LA Lakers on the front row, like Super Bowl 50-yard line suite tickets, and I'm just like, come on now.
Okay.
Come on. So like so when and I'm not saying also that no, I am. I don't believe that we can speak on behalf of a group. I think that's a scary road to go down.
I agree.
I think that speaking on behalf of a group, it leads, and maybe share what's going on in your head right now, because I'd like to kind of dig a little deeper on this one. Cause
No, I agree with you. It's I always like to say I can only speak for me because I have no idea what the other person's thinking. So for me personally, I actually think Jay-Z is a better rapper now than he was before, personally. And I get what you're saying. Like, you know, they're talking about these political things, but then they're, you know, in the front row where you couldn't even dream of buying Laker tickets because they're like $10,000 or something crazy like that.
yeah,
So no, I totally get that, but I do.
we'll be there someday though.
100%, 100%. But I like what they're saying about, like, we need to bring justice for these people that have been getting killed, for police brutality and all that stuff. So that to me is, I think that's important. I think that's something we need to shed light on. But yeah, you're right. It's a dangerous road to talk about a group, because you know you never know what the whole group's actually thinking.
Yeah, and I see that. What is? It keeps buzzing. I'm like, I can't talk right now. I'm talking to somebody else on camera. I need to have like an auto reply, like, go to YouTube, but just join the conversation there. Maybe they commented. Oh yeah, they did comment. They're like, can't see your phone. No, I'm kidding. That's an interesting topic. Do we want to go political or do we want to go religious? You pick.
Let's do both.
Okay. While we're on the hot topic of, I want to know who you are more too.
Okay.
So
we got time.
yeah, we do. And this is also an interesting dynamic, because see, that's the thing is that, like, I want to word this correctly. even though I'm like cool with getting canceled. Like, I'm all right with it. If I get canceled, so be it.
No, it's all good.
So a lot of this is going on, and I'll premise it with this. I'll say this is that I think what we're seeing is on a national. I think that there's three groups to this. I think that there is not groups, because I said we're not talking about groups. It's not good. And I probably should have gone more in depth with that, but whatever. Take me out of context.
Yeah.
I dare you, that one person who's watching. Is that you've got like your local,
Mm-hmm.
and then you have your national, and then you have your international. Now, internationally is tough to talk on because of so much wicked and hatred that is internationally.
Oh,
Like
100%.
where we're at here in America compared to Zimbabwe. I don't know why that comes to mind.
Sure. Yeah.
But or Syria,
yeah, right.
or a lot of the Middle Eastern countries. That's tough to talk on. And so we don't cover that.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have your local, which is in your backyard. That's not comfortable to talk about because it's in your freaking backyard.
Right.
You know, in Kansas City, homicides up to like 170.
Mm.
That's tough.
Absolutely.
And then you have your national. And that is what gets talked about every single freaking day.
Yeah.
Like with this COVID thing, there's 170,000 people who have died. However, if you look at Clay County, we're in Clay County, there's 250,000 people who live here, and there's 38 people who have died
From COVID.
Now, I'm not, and this is according to, it was interesting, I looked into it, is that it's according to, like, Wikipedia, but also, like, New York Times and, like, other authoritative sources, according to Google, and that's kind of what I look at. But when you bring it down to local level, you're able to say, okay, well, what is the seriousness of this measure? I think a lot of times is that, and I am being a little bit vague, but I think that more often than not, I may be overgeneralizing, but we don't take a look at what's going on in our backyard. And that may be due to 80% of the news being under the foot of Bloomberg. Bloomberg owns 80% of the news.
Right.
But, like, you know, I don't know where I'm going with this. But I think that we need to take a look at that. I'm really passionate about, most recently I've been really passionate about what's going on locally.
Okay.
I just started started a music media publication.
Okay.
Where I go around and do concert photography for the past, well, actually about 6+ years.
Okay, yeah.
So I was on that for a while, but now there's no concerts or festivals. So now I've been working towards writing articles regarding just objectively truthful, just like I said, 38 deaths, and you know, it's not good.
Right.
Okay, this is where I can push the conversation forward here, is that more often than not, we don't find that common ground of what are we trying to do? Like, are we trying to save lives? Or are we trying to move that threshold down? Because, one, you can't save every life.
Right.
But two, the second option of moving that threshold down, where more people are capable of, you know, surviving, what have you, is doable. And I think we fight based on the first one. I'm seeing more and more of just like there's not a conversation of what we can do and more of what we just shouldn't do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, and a lot of people don't talk about like what you should do health-wise. Everyone just says you should wear a mask and distance yourself and this, that, and the third. But like no one's ever saying like we need to build up our immune system and we need to drink more water, get more sleep, things like that. Like
we probably shouldn't use sanitizer every single moment of the day.
Exactly.
But that's not spoken. And then I tell you what, I'm really just. I shared this with Jake the other day. Is that it's hard to walk around when I am passionate about knowing these numbers and everything, and then seeing somebody driving around with a mask in their car. That hurts me because I see them and I think, oh my gosh, that's just miserable.
Yes.
It's absolutely miserable because you know, in Missouri alone, and also kids wearing masks. And Jake's gonna kill me, but the kids wear masks. But I think it's a dad-son kind of thing.
Oh, for sure.
But in Missouri alone, 0 to 19, how many deaths do you think there are? How many fatalities of COVID?
I would say 0.
Yes.
Yeah.
0. So, but based off of when I walk out and see people, is that that's not known. People don't know that. And I guess the way I framed that question, it was like, oh, you already knew the answer to that. As well as in Kansas too.
Yeah, for sure.
So, I don't know. I'm just I'm treating you like a therapist. You're listening quite a bit.
No, but I mean, these are good things to talk about. I mean, you know, we just get all this information, you know, shoved down our throat, and then no one's really thinking for themselves.
But I think it's the wrong information being shoved down our throat.
Yeah, for sure.
Because it's the national numbers that are getting.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So when we hear the national numbers, 170,000, it's like, damn. That's a big number. I don't think that we can actually conceptualize that number. I don't think that we can conceptualize the fact that there's still 40 million slaves today in the world.
Yeah.
That's why we don't talk about the international.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
Don't even get me started on trafficking.
Right. Yeah.
Of drugs and children.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's just, I think it's the wrong stuff that's getting shoved into our little ears. We have small ears.
We do.
We can't conceptualize large numbers like that.
No, for sure. Absolutely.
So, anyway, but, so you're a single man?
Yes, single man.
Are you looking? How old are you?
I'm 36.
You're 36?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not really. I'm kind of really just focused on getting this clothing line stuff together.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kind of consumes my time.
Well, I was going to say, if there's a pretty lady that sees this and she's a strong, faithful Christian gal and she hits you up because of it, like, you're going to say no?
No, I'll definitely talk to her.
Okay.
I'm still a guy, you know.
Yeah. I was having a conversation with a buddy of mine about that and looking for, you know, I'll say it. I'll definitely get canceled for this. I'm a Christian.
Hey, me too, man. So I guess we're getting double canceled.
Yeah. So that, like, your core beliefs, to be with somebody, you're looking for somebody who aligns with those core beliefs.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
You have to. I mean, I don't think a relationship's going to work out if, like, you're a Christian, this person isn't, or religious at all. Like, that doesn't even make sense. And at least for me, in my age, like, I guess everyone says, like, you're at the twilight of your youth, I guess. So you got to hurry up and, you know, get a wife and kids and all that before you're too old. But, I mean, I don't really think that matters. But I just think that they got to share the same beliefs with you, or it's just, there's no point of doing it.
Who was your first girlfriend?
Oh, man. I don't remember her name anymore, but, like, she was a really pretty girl, like, in, actually, no, I'll say this girl. So,
yeah, you're, like, girlfriend. I'm not talking about, like, the cute girl that you were in love with in 5th grade. And, like, you held hands or something, and you were like, oh, my gosh.
So I was in high school. This girl named Mallory, she was my first girlfriend. Yeah. She was a really cool person. She was, She was part Native American, so it was kind of cool. Because I feel like here in Kansas City, I don't see any Native Americans, so...
Go to Oklahoma or go to New Mexico?
Yeah. Shout out to Native Americans. I'm quarter Cherokee, so...
Are you?
Yeah.
I'm actually 1% Saharan, so I'm just going to throw that out there.
There you go. Hey, shout out to the indigenous people. We love you.
I had a conversation the other day or something, and they were talking about, like, even if you have, you know, like, 1%, like, you're still part of the crew or something, and I was like, I'm 1% Saharan. Like, what's up, brother?
Yes. For sure.
I can tell you that some of the people in that room didn't feel comfortable with me saying that, but that's, like, who I am.
Yeah. No, that's great.
Here to break things up.
For sure.
Mix it up. Yeah.
So who was your first girlfriend?
My first girlfriend, her name was Jenna. I think. Yeah, Jenna. Yeah. I say that because she was like also my first kiss.
Okay, yeah. There you go.
Yeah. That's it. I always come to this strange story is that I didn't know what I was doing, and then it's difficult to premise this is that my sister's boyfriend at the time taught me how to kiss.
Okay.
And that could definitely be taken out of context.
Right.
Yeah.
But I get what you're saying.
But he was descriptive.
Yes. Yes.
He did it with his lips, not with his lips. You know what I mean? Yeah. Okay. So he was, he was like, when you go in to kiss her, don't close your eyes and miss. Don't kiss her chin, her nose on accident. Like, go in and kiss properly.
Yes.
And I was like, great, awesome. I still remember it to this day. Is that I just like we were sitting down and just like doing nothing because that's what you did as a kid.
Exactly.
It's like to hang out. Like we just. And then like I went over to her and just kissed her, and I was just like, huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you always remember the first one. You always do.
Yeah. Who was your first kiss?
It might have been Mallory.
It might have been Mallory.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. She was a really good kisser. And I guess I've been told the same thing. It's just what I've heard. I don't know.
Well done.
I guess so.
Well done.
I didn't have a friend to tell me, so I had to learn solo.
I'm sure there's plenty of YouTube videos. I bet there are YouTube videos.
Oh.
I bet that's one of the top searches. Like, how do I, and then like it's like grow tomatoes, and then like make falafels, and then like maybe that's not on the top.
Tie.
Yeah, how to tie? How to what?
Tie a tie.
How to tie a tie.
And then kiss.
How to tie dye.
Yeah.
And then how to kiss.
Yes.
Yeah. What do you think of these kids nowadays?
Man, they got the world at their fingertips, man. They're crushing it.
Because you grew up, so you were a little bit older than me whenever Facebook, and because you were about Zynga and MySpace.
Yeah, actually, I was about AOL, Instant Messenger.
Hey.
So that's how we used to talk to girls before the Nokia bricks came out.
Yeah.
With the snake as the only game on there, and it was terrible.
Oh, I played that.
I think I got my first phone when I was like 19.
Oh, really?
It was a flip phone, so like that's when they just came out. We're like, yes, crushing it. But now everyone has like a smartphone and a 10 or whatever it is, and they just.
Ooh.
I think it's great that they get all this information, but like, I think it's sad that like no one's outside like playing like we used to.
Yeah.
So I think they're missing out.
Yeah.
For sure.
I think you're gonna see it in the next like 15, 20 years.
The back outside?
No. Yeah, actually, yeah. In fact, I usually cut things in half. Half-life things. Like, whenever I make any kind of predictions, I'm just like, it's gonna be because time moves quicker now.
For sure.
So, yeah, I think that the pendulum will swing. I think that people will. I've actually got this idea that they're collecting all of our data, and they're going to start using it against us here soon. And then
I wouldn't doubt it.
But there's going to be this app that's made. It's called Vulnerable or something. And it pretty much everything on your phone becomes public.
Wow.
You follow me on that?
Yeah. That actually, I'm surprised they haven't already done that.
Yeah. Yeah, and so, their celebrities sign up and, like, you get to find out how absolutely narcissistic they are.
Wow.
You know what I mean? With, like, 100, like, of the same dress.
Right.
And so, but then everybody will catch on and they'll be like, this is the best offense. The offense is the best defense in this case. So, to counteract the people who are being blackmailed, and then that will initially show who are those who are being controlled.
Wow.
You follow me on that?
Okay, that was kind of deep. I like that.
So you make the app called Vulnerable. It exposes, voluntarily exposes everything on your phone, search history, pictures, you name it.
Yeah.
And that will show the individuals that are being controlled. Like, it's so. Yeah, I'm pretty dead set that like that's how it's gonna pan out.
I don't disagree with you. I think that's something that's probably in the works right now. That's wild.
Well, China owns TikTok, and can you send direct messages on TikTok?
I have no idea. I don't have a TikTok. I'm an old man, so
I'm not on TikTok either.
I don't even have a Snapchat. Everybody thinks I'm weird. I don't know.
I got on that Snapchat game. Whenever I was at did the concert photography, I actually made a Snapchat T-shirt.
Nice.
And it had the Snapchat code on it, and so when people were like, "Where do I get my picture?" I'm like, "Scan this code."
So now that's smart.
We need to talk about that, by the way, because
Yes.
I have this T-shirt idea, and I want somebody to take it.
Dude, that's amazing. Yeah.
And then there's a black one on the T-shirt, and if you scan that one, then it takes you to where you can purchase it.
Wow. Now see, that's a move.
You follow me on that?
I like that.
So you can put that on all of your garb. You can put it on the tag even.
Yeah.
If you sell a T-shirt and then on the tag it's your Snapchat code, somebody's like, "Yo, that's a dope T-shirt." Then you can show them the tag, and then they can scan that tag, and then it will take you directly to that link where that they can purchase that T-shirt.
Dude, that's a baller move. I like that a lot.
Are you getting chills?
Yeah, I actually like that.
Yeah.
That's a great idea. Wow.
Yeah, I printed like 25 of them, and I don't know. I dipped my finger in the designing. Like,
Yeah.
it's pretty dope though. It's like just like snap codes,
Yeah.
like hundreds. And then I also like the ones that I printed multiple off of were like didn't just have my snap code. They also had like Beyonce and Diplo and Ed Sheeran, like just Taylor Swift was on there, and then there's also even one on there that took you to Flappy Birds. You remember that game?
Yeah.
Yeah, you could scan that code and it would take you to Flappy Birds and you could play that game.
I
Like
that.
legit. Yeah, it was just a code full of QR codes. I was really obsessed with the QR codes. When I first graduated college.
Really?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's seriously, that's a really smart thing.
Yeah.
I like that. Excuse me.
And then also, did you know this? Yeah, you can scan any kind of code on Snapchat. But here's the thing is that people don't understand the QR code. They understand the Snapchat code. So I actually printed off stickers and then put them everywhere I went whenever I went on to music festivals.
Yeah.
And I would have random people adding me every day.
Wow.
Yeah. You want to hear the next best idea?
Let's hear it.
All right. You like tattoos?
Yeah.
Tattoo your Snapchat code on your arm and then put it on Facebook or on Reddit. It will go viral. It will absolutely go viral, hands down.
Right.
You got to do color.
Right.
Right?
No, that's a smart move. Yeah. Just put it like on your wrist or something.
Well, then we're talking about the 666 number right there. That's a little too demonic, man.
Okay.
Like put it on your bicep or something, or like inside your thigh, somewhere where it won't be seen.
Okay.
But yeah, people will share it and spread it, and then essentially screenshot the image, and then you can screenshot the image, and then take it to Snapchat, and then you can add people that way.
Wow. No, that's a good move, man. I like that.
What's your craziest idea?
Nothing like that. I always think, I guess for me and for fashion wise, I always think of things that are like timeless pieces that you can wear for a while. Cause like once you really get into the fashion industry, you kind of find out it's like selling cars. Like it's supposed to be good for 6 months and then you don't want it anymore. But like I want you to, after a few years, you still want to wear my stuff. Like you don't want to get rid of it. And that's just kind of what I like to create. So mine's not as innovative as yours, I guess, but I think it's still a good idea.
I want to see the snap code on your next on the next one.
Absolutely, yeah. I'm gonna do it because.
Can you get them on the tags? Can you like print different tags or whatever?
Yeah,
like,
it should be able to. Should be an easy thing to do.
Like the one on there.
Yeah, put it on the back. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, just like this one. I've had this Hurley for 10 years probably.
Hey man, I love it. It's a good color.
Like the yeah, I'm with you on that. Is that the longer that you have something, like, why not? Why do we need to destroy this planet?
Exactly. Yes. And also, I want my clothes to be like biodegradable too, so we're not destroying the planet.
Shoot. Yeah. Speaking of biodegradable, I just farted. So FYI, didn't think it would just happen like that. I got my leg hiked up like this, and it felt natural. The wind, our wind turbine over there, that was gonna mix things up.
It's all good, man. We're two guys. I get it.
That's fair.
Yeah, I get it.
So have you ever been in a fight?
I have, yeah.
Yeah, because you told me that you fought like whenever you were a kid.
Yeah.
Tussled. Was it a tussle or was it a fight?
It was an actual fight. So like this dude wanted to fight me, and he gave me a time because I think he had like detention or something, so I had to wait a little bit. It was like 4:30. So like the whole school's there, and I had to fight this dude. It was crazy. I was like punching him and stuff, and he was like almost falling down, and like he grabbed my wrist. It was really weird. He grabbed my wrist and he headbutted me, and I was just like, what? But like my eyes swole up quick. I saw. I was like, oh man. And then that's when I had to really get in there because I wasn't trying to get beat up.
No way.
Yeah.
How old were you?
16.
Did you have a car then?
No, I didn't. I didn't have a car, so I was still trying to be cool and walking everywhere. But we lived in a small town, so like.
You didn't really need one.
Yeah, you really didn't.
You have a car now?
Yeah, absolutely. You saw me park here.
You're right. Well, some people, dude, the kids nowadays aren't. They're not getting their license.
Right? Yeah. What's going on with that?
I don't know.
And they can't write in cursive and stuff. It's wild.
I'm trying to think if I write in cursive. I love writing in cursive. I want it to look nice. When I write.
You want it to look proper, yeah.
Yeah. And now there's scribbles. Just these kids just don't know how to write. They don't know how to speak.
They don't. I remember I used to work at a retail store, right? And they like, I was like, "Do you want a rewards card?" Like, Mom, like they were just like so scared to ask. I'm like, "Bro, this is free and it's actually beneficial for you."
Like you get $20 off on your first purchase.
Yeah. Like stop being weird.
This guy's trying to sign me up for a credit card.
No. I wouldn't, and that's the thing. Like, no one's trying to do that. It's crazy.
None of these kids are getting credit. I got a credit card whenever I was like 16. My credit score is crazy high right now because I did that.
Yeah. See.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I mean, it took a minute to get out of debt.
Yeah.
And get that thing up, but like, I'm happy about it. I mean, I went and bought my car. 2.9 interest, which I'm starting to find out that's a freaking bomb deal.
Yeah, absolutely.
I can't negotiate either. These damn kids. I brought this up earlier. It's that a generation raised by mothers.
Yeah.
Which, if you want to talk about getting canceled, that right there, that's a problem. That's a big problem. Like, women can raise kids. That's not what I'm saying.
Right, exactly.
When I say that this generation was raised by women, I'm saying that it's a generation raised not predominantly by discipline. more compassion. That's
Okay.
why we get more encouragement than rebuke and reproving.
Okay.
Gotta ask this question.
Please.
Who is your God?
Who is my God?
Who is your God?
God.
Think this one through.
My God is Jesus and Yahweh. That's my God. That's the only one I believe in, the Christian God.
Do you ever scream at God?
When I didn't know what I was doing, I did. I would get mad at him, but I totally get why he puts me in positions that he puts me in now.
I screamed at God today.
Why was that?
I just screamed at him. There's days where I feel as though I am not living up to what I should be. I make mistakes and I feel them instantaneous. Like it's constantly that I am berated with guilt.
Okay.
Not all, I guess, not constantly, but immediately.
Anytime you do something wrong.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I think that's a good thing, though.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, like, look at David. When David, like, after the Bathsheba deal, like,
Yes.
went straight to his knees and was like, yo, forgive me.
Yes.
I'll have those sometimes where I'll get in the shower and I'll sit down, bare butt, just sitting down in my shower tub. I don't think I've ever had a shower. It's always, I mean, I grew up with a shower, but
Yeah.
I've always been tubs. And I don't think I've taken a bath since I've ever, since I moved out. You know what I'm talking about?
For sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
You never do.
I've never
They're just
taken
there.
a damn bath. But I have sat down as if I was taking a bath and had the shower going and just thinking to myself, what the flop?
Mm-hmm.
I want to see if I can go this whole episode and not put explicit at the end of it. It's kind of a challenge for me.
Hey, man. We're all growing at different speeds, man.
But do you ever have that? You ever like? We're getting deeper.
Yeah, let's do it. It's kind of been a while. Praise God. Like, it's the deeper I've gotten into my faith, the less I have to feel like that, I think. And I just think that's a really great thing. I wish I could be at Jesus' level, or even King David's level, where he's like able just to talk to God directly. Like that's amazing. But for me, as my faith's grown, I understand that like the sins that I have committed, like I have to pay for them, and I just know that that's what it is. And I can't get mad at anybody but myself, because no one put a gun to my head and made me do any of those things. So I take them and I just try to improve every day. That's my thing. Just trying to do better every single day.
So you believe in free will?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I do.
Who was it? I heard a story recently about somebody who said that he didn't believe in free will, and it was a letter, I can't remember, but I don't know if this was real. I don't think it was, but he said that he punched the guy in the face, and he looked at him. He said, "I'm so sorry." I wiped the blood off my hands, and I looked at the guy and I said, "I'm sorry. I just couldn't control myself."
Wow.
And by the time that his nose was done bleeding, he got the point.
Well,
I think that there was maybe a better appropriate. I think that he was just positing that story to.
Right.
Just for the
Right. I mean, I guess do your thing in that situation. I mean, that's not something I want to do, but do your thing, brother.
So we did just briefly tap on this. It's interesting. Our conversation is, from what we spoke before, like I'm taking like little pieces and then kind of we're expanding on it. But
yeah.
The reprove and rebuke and encourage, like, and this kind of like jumps off of the generation raised primarily by encouragement.
Right.
I guess I could I could say that, and I think that that's true.
Okay.
Is that how do you deal with that with the church, and how do you deal with that with those outside of the church? Like when somebody's doing something wrong.
Yeah. Wow.
Or somebody's doing right. Because clearly when somebody's doing something wrong, or let's get the easy part out. If anybody's doing something right, encouragement's easy.
Oh, 100%.
That's easy.
100%.
Like, to be merciful is, like, that's simple.
Mm-hmm.
But I found, like, what that leads to is that if you are too much weighing on that, is that you overlook the times that you must reprove or rebuke.
Yeah, because it's easy to do it that way, and it's hard to make things uncomfortable. So then you make things uncomfortable when you have to like reform someone or discipline them. And I mean, for my nieces and nephew, like when they do things wrong, like I have to discipline them like their dad would, or I mean, they're gonna walk all over me because kids are smart and they'll manipulate you.
Oh,
if you,
100%.
If you let them.
I got nephews. I know about it.
If you let them,
like
so,
bad too.
yeah, they really will.
And and the worst part is sitting back and then like seeing them doing it, and then it's like these kids are freaking wicked. They're
so smart. It's crazy.
They're little evil things. I mean, like you really can't, I'll see them like take my sister and my mother for a whirl, and I'm just like,
yes.
I can't even, not as though I try, manipulate people like that.
I know, it's brilliant. Like, my nieces and nephew don't do it like that, but I used to date this one girl, and her kids would, like, fake cry to make her feel bad, so then she'd get them all the things that they want. I'm like, man. And, like, she couldn't see. I was like, man, that's just crazy. And I'm just watching it like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
I actually felt, like, embarrassed for her because she just didn't see any of this.
So, in that instance, how did you warn her, or how did you correct her?
See, and I would be like, look, like, you gotta really discipline these kids because they're walking all over you and you're not even realizing it. And then she would get mad at me for saying these things, but it's like, I think you gotta have the balance of being a good cop and a bad cop in that situation. Maybe that's not the right word to say since police brutality is going on, but a good dad and a bad dad.
Yeah.
Because if you don't do those things, and they're not going to learn a difference between right and wrong, and they're not going to learn respect, and they're not going to learn discipline and all these things that you need to be a productive human being in society. And those are crucial things that like you were saying, like a lot of people are missing. They need that.
So do you just outright discipline him now instead of like talking to her about it? You just
well, like, okay, say,
get over here.
So my second youngest niece, sometimes she has problems going to the bathroom, so she might wet herself. And she knows better. She's a really smart girl. And so, like, we'll clean her up, and I'll have to spank her, and I'll put her in timeout. And then, when her time's done, I have to tell her, like, hey, listen, you know better than to do this, and I'm not doing this because I want to hurt you. I'm doing this because I want you to do better, and I know you can do better. And then after we have that conversation and we talk about why she was in timeout and I spanked her, then we never had that problem ever again.
You just got canceled, my friend.
Yeah,
you just
probably.
got heavily canceled with that one.
Probably. But
I'm with you 100% on that. I think that's right. And here's the sad part of that story of, I'm joking, but culturally it's coming to the point where like discipline is frowned upon.
Yeah, it is. You're not supposed to spank your kids or anything.
Well, you're not even supposed to tell your kids not to take hormones. Like, there's 20 states that have this conversion therapy law that does not allow parents to step in and say, you're a girl.
Yeah.
You
yeah.
can't do this. They can easily go to the state, and the state can rip the mother or father away from that child because they say they need this.
Right.
When in reality, it's like, whoa, hold your horses.
Right.
That's a big issue, big thing that I what do you do? It's happening on a national level, a lot on the East Coast and the West Coast, not so much here in the Midwest.
Right.
We're a little bit sheltered here in the Midwest.
Right.
I like the Midwest. You like the Midwest?
I do, yeah. I like that.
Have you lived here? Oh.
Yeah, I lived here my whole life. I mean, I was born in Colorado, so that's still part of the Midwest.
So I went to school out in Steamboat.
Okay.
Steamboat Springs?
Yeah.
You know about that?
Yeah.
Up Rabbit Ears Pass?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Lived there for a year. Went to community college there.
And how was that experience?
Oh, it was good. It was real good. Man, I fell in love with snowboarding.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, I was already in love with snowboarding, but once you go to a place like that, an experience like, did you snowboard? Did you ski?
I only got to go one time, but it was like in 6th grade when we went as a class. But it was fun. I really enjoyed it.
But when you get to that level where, like, you're snowboarding double blacks on some powder that's off terrain, they're not even double blacks, they're just off the map, and we would find these just killer, it felt like you're surfing. Which I don't know if you've ever been surfing, but it's kind of like,
no.
It's the closest thing to dreaming.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's the closest thing to, being in a dream and just feeling like weightless and yet still in control.
Wow.
So, yeah. And then I left.
Man. So how long did you snowboard? Or surf? How long were you doing that?
Oh, I surfed maybe 3 or 4 times down in like Florida. It hurts your nips. It does, because you're on that board and like you put that wax on there, and so it gets a little rough.
Oh, okay.
And so like when you're surfing for like 5-6 hours, then it like eats away. It's kind of like if you've never rock climbed, and then you'll walk away with calluses on your fingers.
Right.
So with surfing, you get calluses on your nips.
So it's kind of like skateboarding, like how it is. It's kind of rough.
On your nipples.
Okay.
Yes.
Only there. Okay.
Only there. I mean, like, it wasn't too hard on my knees. I was younger then. It's probably pretty bad now. Like, yeah. Wakeboarding's a little different. That's super hard on your knees. Yeah. As you can tell, I grew up quite privileged.
Oh, no, I wouldn't have guessed that, but go ahead.
Well, snowboarding, skateboarding, I mean, we traveled a lot. What was your vacation like?
We used to go to Minnesota a lot when we were kids, and Colorado, so those were always good trips.
You still have family out there then?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
A ton of family in Colorado. Ton.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really awesome.
Have you been to like the East Coast or West Coast?
I've been to LA, like I've been to California. I've pretty much been almost everywhere there except for like Sacramento. I've been to San Diego, San Francisco, all over LA.
You want to smoke those cigars?
Let's do it.
Okay. So the audio listeners, this is what you're gonna miss out on. When Jermaine first got here, I asked him. I said, "You want to smoke these cigars?" And he's like, "Yeah, sure." I was like, "I don't know if he'll come to it, but we'll see." And then I reach in and I grab a chef's knife, like a butcher's knife. And I had to clarify, since this is the first time he'd ever been to my house, and also like the third time we'd ever met, like this is to cut the
cigar.
Yes, to cut the cigar.
Not to kill anybody.
I wish I had a close up. Like, let me get a close up right here. So, is there anyone else? It looks like the only person watching is us.
That's okay.
It is. Like you were saying with your clothing, I'm kind of the same way with this podcast. Is that I once heard, and I've repeated this way too many times on this podcast, but I don't know. I feel like I have to just like. This is harder than it looks.
I believe you, man.
Is that it's better to it's better for one person to read your book in 100 years than it is for 100 people to read your book in 1 year. You should just start making clothes for the future. That's what I think that you should do.
Okay. No, that's not a bad idea.
Like straight up futuristic, just take a good look at Elon Musk and then just design based on the words that come out of his mouth.
Do that.
All right.
Need to start watching Back to the Future, man.
Have you seen that?
Oh, of course.
That's a classic. That's what I think of Johnny B. Good. Is that scene whenever he's
100%, yeah.
he's playing the guitar.
100%.
And then like he starts like jamming out and playing like Metallica and stuff.
Yeah.
And then like he starts playing Johnny B. Good and like they weren't ready. So, do you know how to start one of these?
I do, yeah.
Okay. I didn't mean to offend. I'm just saying there's some blokes that I've been around that just and also we have this silly butane lighter. I don't have a torch like the pros. And I will have to open up that. Go ahead and you can start it up and I'm going to crack this window.
All right. Maybe. There we go.
I'm looking over at the screen because it's been on me, which is the unexistence of me.
Yeah.
Because you forgot to go pop, pop, pop.
Oh,
right
sorry.
before that.
Sorry.
It makes it different when you get like really close like this. We could do the ASMR podcast. I've always thought of doing something like that.
Being right in the action like that.
Yeah.
Might have to light this again.
Here. This is what friends do.
There we go.
It's good too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's like a $5 cigar, but I think it tastes delicious.
Yeah.
Well, I'm damn glad you came over here.
Yeah, I'm glad to be here, man. This is great.
I don't know what the heck I'd do on a Sunday evening. Actually, I'd probably play volleyball.
Oh, so are you do you have an intramural team?
No, it's less intramural and just kind of just pick up.
Okay.
Yeah, they've got down at Berkeley Riverfront Park. They've I've been going to a climbing gym and they meet up down there and
Nice.
play ball. You play?
I play basketball, not volleyball.
I didn't learn how to shoot until I was 22.
Really?
Yeah. Like it was bad.
No, I don't know. Maybe that might be a better time to learn. I don't know.
Well, here's the deal: is that I'd always go for the half court shots, right? And so like that really messes up your shot because you shoot it down like by your knees and up. So then even whenever I was right next to the rim, like I try to do that.
You're right.
It doesn't mean I didn't make it sometimes, but layup game was on point.
There you go.
But if I tried to shoot a three, it was the same. I was a small kid, so.
Right. Took a lot of energy to get it up there. I get it.
All right, we're getting there. Is yours burning good?
Yeah, I think so.
When's the last time you smoked a cigar?
Oh man, with my friend Swinny. Shoot. It was probably like 8-9 months ago, something like that, maybe more.
Is Swinny also, does he do any kind of design work?
Mm-mm. He actually goes to the church I go to. He's a really good guy, and he owns a cigar shop. Shout out Swinny.
I need to find a good cigar shop. I went to Fidel's. Is he going to ask me to put a mask on?
I'm not sure, but I would recommend him. He does have good cigars for sure.
I'm pretty adamant about like going to places that don't tell me to put a mask on. Yeah, I'm definitely one of those guys.
I get it.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We talked a little bit about it, but
Yeah.
and I don't want to go back to it, but I might have to crack this other window.
Yeah, go ahead, man.
To tell the audience, you know, why you chose to wear those glasses. The aesthetics of it, because I know you think about those things, yeah?
Sure, yeah.
And I'll be able to hear you too.
Yeah, no.
Headphones are off, but I can still hear you.
Okay, great. The reason why I decided to wear these is because I was wearing wafer style glasses for like a long time, and I just kind of wanted to get a change. And these are super 90s, and I really liked them. I liked round glasses.
Good answer.
Because it was just like, when I got these, it was like 2016, so not a lot of people were doing it. So I liked it.
I guess you can share with me. What was it that, like, how did you become a Christian? Were you always a Christian? Did you grow up in the church?
Yeah, I did. So
it's going to be a boring story?
It's not going to be as cool as everybody else's.
Come on.
Yeah,
I was hoping that, like, you went to Amsterdam, like, you did everything there was, kind of like a Solomon life, and then you were just like... But anyways, still share, because it's not. I think it'll still be interesting.
No. Yeah.
Now I got canceled by the church. This asshole just...
No, it's all good. So my grandma just got me into the church, and the church we went to in Alamosa, Colorado was really, really good. They really cared for our family really well, and
was it a black church?
it wasn't actually. It was everybody. It was a non-denominational, so it was everybody. And they just, I don't know, they just treated us really well, and I really loved it. I used to have this little white little kid Bible. It was like this big, and I would carry it around. I couldn't read, I was like 4 or 5, but I don't know, it was just a really nice church. I felt like at home, and that's kind of how I feel at Christ Community. So that was just a big deal for me. Just when you feel at home and you feel comfortable with people and you build community, I think that's a great thing. That's just kind of how that church was. But after that, it was really hard for me to connect with the church until in my later years, until I started going to Christ Community.
Was there ever a part that you just like detached yourself from the church?
Yes. Prior for like 3 years, I wasn't really feeling the church, and I was just reading the Bible, but I wasn't going to church.
Yeah.
And for some reason, I felt like that was best for me, but what I was really doing is making it, about me and not about what it should be about. It's just God and all that stuff. So when I finally got to this church, shout out to my ex-girlfriend, because she got me in that church. It was just a really good fit for me.
I want to hear the nitty gritty. When you fell away from the church, did you just like, was it the people that you were around? Did you surround yourself with like just a bunch of losers?
It was people, and it was just kind of like people that I thought were only going to church to be, because they thought they were going to be saved for Sunday, but then they were living a different way on Monday. And I just kind of didn't want to surround myself with those kind of people, because I felt like they weren't really living the Christian life that we're talking about. And it just kind of seemed like it was a whole bunch of lip service. So when I detached myself from that, I just wanted to get away, and then I moved to Kansas City, and yeah, it just took me a while to actually want to connect with the church again. I mean, my friends were telling me like, yeah, you need to get back in it, and it just took me a second, and I finally was able to. But yeah, that's really why. It's just like I just watch these people do these crazy things and saying racist stuff and all that stuff, and it's just like, I don't know. I didn't want to be around those people.
Well, for those listening, I'm not racist.
No, you're not at all.
But if you became a good friend of mine, I would definitely get under your skin.
No, that's fair.
And even some people that like I've been friends for a week, it'll just jump to that. I hope he was cool with it. I got a buddy, Lindy, and we're talking about music or something, and he's like, "Yeah, I listen to a lot of hip hop and rap, and, like R&B," and I just like was leaning on the counter and go, "Stereotypical." And I think it was cool in that time. But if you were definitely on the outside looking in on that,
yeah,
you'd be like, and I think that's what's happening a lot too, is that people are like just kind of jumping into the conversations, and then they see something out of context.
Right, yeah.
What percentage of Americans do you think are racist?
Oh my. Did you catch it? Whoa. Okay. I don't think I've ever been able to do that.
That's number 13, actually.
Really?
Yeah, I keep track.
Dude, I would too. That's impressive. It really is.
And I got it on camera too. That was.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah.
I wonder if there's any like footage of someone catching a fly.
Nah, you're the only one, man.
I bet it's like out of like frame too. Maybe it isn't. I don't know. Anyway, percentage of Americans that you think are racist.
Oh my.
We're smoking a cigar. We got to get into the hot stuff now.
Man. I would like to think people are better than that, so I want to say only 20%.
20%?
But I feel like it's probably like 50, really.
50%?
Probably.
What determines somebody to be racist?
Well, I think a lot of people get a misconception of it, and they think of the extreme, like the Ku Klux Klan. But it's like if you're freely saying racial slurs to other races, I would think that would classify you as racist. Because if you're like, for me, when I get angry at someone, I don't think the first thing I should say is a racial slur for them to know I'm mad at them.
Yeah. This one loves you, by the way.
Yeah, it does.
I should have.
It's so good. But yeah, I just.
It's because you're black.
Probably. Oh my.
I gotta get him.
It might be.
I gotta catch him. Well, I don't know why I just left him. Like, just. You gotta keep smoking. Just have that.
There you go.
So can you vote for Obama and be racist?
Ooh, that's a good question. Yeah, because I feel like some people think Donald Trump's racist, and they might be of a different race, and they'll vote for him. So, why not?
Wait, I don't know if I followed that.
Well, okay, like, could you vote for Obama and still be racist?
Yeah.
And I think you can, because there's people that may be of a different ethnicity, and they vote for Donald Trump, and people think he's racist. So if you can do that, I mean, why couldn't you vote for Obama?
Do you think Donald Trump is racist?
I don't know enough about him to even make that assessment. I don't know him personally, so I'm going to go with no.
I like that. I think that we should err on the side of, because I think that, here's another one I actually thought of. Can you be a Christian and vote Democrat or for Biden?
Yes, I think you can. Cause I know a lot of people think that, like, if you're a Christian that you have to vote Republican. but I don't know. I think the Bible calls you to be submissive to your leaders and have convictions of what you think is right in that. And in my personal opinion, I don't know if either one of them just is one or the other. I think you can be conservative and have some views that are democratic as well.
Do you think that the spectrum has moved to the left or to the right? You follow me on when I say that? Like,
Are you talking about for Christians or?
no. So like what I've seen in politics is that
Okay.
Donald Trump used to be liberal.
Mm-hmm.
He used to be much more of a Democrat,
Okay.
right? I mean, I wouldn't maybe say it liberal. I'd say he was a Democrat. That was something like 10, 15 years ago.
Okay.
And so 10, 15 years passes, and the culture really drives where politics go. So the culture became more paganistic.
Okay.
Let's say that.
Yeah.
And so what happened is, I believe that politics is downstream from culture. And so what happened was the where it was the center, where the center lied, where this used to be the center right here, and we'll say Trump was a Democrat, and then like he was right there with Bill Clinton. Like they're not too different actually, based on their policies.
Okay.
And they're Democrat. And then what happened was the culture shifted things, shifted this over here.
Okay.
Like by today's standards, Bill Clinton would be easily considered a Republican.
Okay. Yeah.
And so, not on everything, but if you were to just like look at what he upheld, I mean, he wasn't for gay marriage.
Right.
Right. I mean, Obama wasn't actually even for gay marriage until his second term, I think. So even Obama would be to the right of where the center lies today.
Right.
So with that, I guess I rephrase the question. Do you think that a Christian can vote for a Democrat where the Democrats are today?
Oh man. I think you can, and I think a lot of people are, at least what I've been hearing, is that they are voting for the lesser of two evils, is what they like to describe it as.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's extremely important to vote, and I think it's extremely important to care about those things, because if you want to provoke change, then you gotta get out there and you gotta be active in those situations. But I think you can, and I think it's possible to. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of underlying things in that too, and it's the pro-choice and all that a lot of people frown upon.
So let me ask you that. Yeah, what are kind of the contingencies of a Christian voting as far as like their issues? Like abortion would be one big issue.
That's the biggest one.
That's the biggest. And then what else do we have? Like immigration is probably not one of those, but socialistic.
Yeah.
So like economically, Christian is pretty firm with more of a capitalistic society.
Yeah.
Because it's based more off of meritocracy, like merits versus. Well, I wouldn't go as far as that, but and then there's like a third, which would be like. Constitutionally, like seeing the Constitution as written, because the founding fathers were actually Christian men. A lot of them were Christian men.
Yeah.
And a lot of people think Jefferson as being a deist, but he certainly wasn't an atheist.
No, he
Like
wasn't.
they all believed that the rights were given by God, not given, granted.
Mm.
But I would fight back with you on this. This is where we're gonna
Okay.
smoke a cigar and just
Great.
dive in. So I'm voting for Trump.
Okay.
Like, my main issues is that I see that censorship is something that is happening. I see the First Amendment being infringed on in America. I see the Second Amendment also being infringed on.
Mm.
And I don't see it from... Remember that line that I showed you on here?
Mm-hmm.
Is that I see it coming from the left side.
Okay.
And so, like a pendulum, is that I think a lot of also other people are seeing this, is that there's this... It's almost as if not that people are voting for the lesser of two evils, but they're pushing for... Let me put it this way. I think that people who don't have kids shouldn't vote.
Okay. Elaborate on that, please.
And I'm being a little bit radical on that, and I
Okay.
see that. But I'm also, like, I think that right now is that I'm seeing a lot of people voting for tomorrow and not for...
Future.
Yeah, I mean, way down the road. Because I think that if you are voting for something that's... and I think that these things have been set up this way where the pendulum kind of goes back and forth. But what I see is that things are moving. They move to the right, and then they move to the left, and then they move to the right. But where I've seen history is that it's been going right, left, and like we're pushing more into. And I see that in myself too.
Mm.
Is that often I am disgusted with myself. Like, it goes deeper. Like, I become, like, when I live in sin, that disgust in myself gets grittier.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And like when I am happy and I'm living as what I am intended to do, then I am like, I'm getting pulled down constantly by the world. Does that make sense? And so
That
I look
does
at
make sense.
I look at the culture, and I see this just, it's pulling really hard on politics right now.
Yeah.
It's like we want things to be a utopia. I think I'm seeing a lot in the Democratic Party is that they're really preaching something that is similar to heaven, but it's not necessarily heaven. It's utopia. It's heaven on earth.
Okay.
Like, do I believe that there's racism in the world or in America?
Mm-hmm.
Hands down.
Right.
Now, do I believe that it can be solved by the government? Hell no.
Right.
Do I believe that there is social inequality? Oh, most definitely. Like, you can go out. Like, I'm living in a freaking duplex, right? Like,
Right.
I'm not living in a 10-story mansion, right?
Right.
It's unequal, right?
Right.
But do I think the government can come in and change that, fix that? Hell no.
Mm.
So with that said, is that based off of all of the policies that I see that are getting pushed forward, like in California, they passed a bill that if it's a 10-year age gap and it's same sex, free reign.
Really?
Let me explain this. Yes, if you're a 20-year-old man, I think that cuts off at like 14 or something.
Okay.
But if you're a 24-year-old man and you sleep with a 24-year-old or a 14-year-old child, that is legal in the state of America or in California. No, it's not legal. It's being pushed
To
become a bill.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. In the 20 states, the Non-Conversion Act basically making it so there's not camps that parents send their kids to because they're gay or whatever to become straight.
Right.
They overdid that conversion therapy to the point where if your child says that they want hormones to transition, then you can be potentially ripped from your kids.
Wow.
So those are the things that I see that are happening.
Mm.
And so when it comes to a national level, that's why I am voting for Trump, is that those things right there, like I don't want that to happen in the Midwest.
Mm.
I don't want those things to become federalized, to happen federally, right?
Right.
Like we can agree on that, is that this idea that 10 years apart, 24 with a 14-year-old boy because they're the same sex, that's not considered rape. We can see eye to eye on that, right?
Yeah, for sure.
And so my argument on this is that, you know, it starts with one state, and then 2, and then 10, and then 20, and then 30, and then 40, and then 50, and then it becomes an amendment,
Yeah.
right? Or federal law.
Right.
Also, Biden is talking about a mask mandate. You know how I feel about that.
Right.
I think that it's not scientifically backed. I think that is based on a lot of the other countries. I'm talking too much, but
No, you're fine.
But like I said, I'm really passionate about this. These are things that I would love to be able to share with whoever and everyone, because I think it's important to see that shift. And I think that what you're seeing is that we've landed all the way over here. And so anything that is going to be Democrat is that it's very, very far. So basically what I'm saying is that on the spectrum, you've got Biden and you have Obama with the gold hair.
Okay.
And so then you have where we were in the 90s, and this is where the center lied. The people who were in the center, and we'll just call it a plane, is that you had like you had Romney, or you had who was it? Who went up against Bill Clinton?
Wasn't it George Bush? No, he did his 2 terms, didn't he? I don't remember.
We'll just put it this way. So the Democratic candidate the Democratic candidate was right here, and then the Republican candidate was right here, and the center being right here. Well,
are you talking about are you talking about 2000?
Yeah. No, earlier than that. But we're talking. We can talk about even like Obama and Romney. We'll just say that in 2000, whatever. Yeah. And then so in the next 10 years, what happened is that our culture moved right here.
Okay.
So where you could see Obama being on the radical right for opposing gay marriage, right?
Okay.
And then Romney being on the right too. Well, now this is present time. And then so now you have and then you had Trump, who was right here. He probably would have been like right here, a little bit closer to centered. And then so then you had the culture that moved, swung this pendulum over here. So now you have Trump on the right. And then you have Biden, who was actually right here at that time. But then now we're looking at things a little bit differently. And so now you have Biden over here. So in comparison to what it was, his policies and his things, the things that he's trying to push forward are all the way over here when you're looking at it through the lens of like the 2000s.
Right.
You follow me on that?
Yeah.
So it actually is, I'm contradicting myself to say that politics can pull our culture back to say, let's vote for Trump. That's the unfortunate part, is that I believe that this will continue to move this way.
You think so?
Oh, entirely.
Okay.
I think that our culture is driving a real big 18-wheeler towards paganism. No God, just worshiping themselves.
Oh, wow.
So I think it's foolish
Yeah.
to even say that voting for Trump is to, but it's more than that. I think the conversation of Trump versus Biden is silly. Like, I think that conversation right there is more important. Like, who cares about these pawns? Like, what it comes down to is, where is the culture, and how are we affecting our culture? Like, what's happening in our backyards?
Yeah.
Not just in our backyards, but in our front yards. Like,
Right.
who's coming into our homes? Who are we sharing with? Who are we talking to?
Right.
And what are we sharing with them?
Mm.
And then it comes down to, like, are we sharing the word? What does the word look like? Is it just the words printed in this holy book that we have? Or is it words like that?
Wow. Yeah.
Is it truth?
Yeah.
And I think that that's true. I think it's hard to say that looking at it's objectively true. I think that objective truth is also going out the window, which means free will goes out the window.
So
Didn't mean
you're
go ahead.
thinking more that we're moving towards getting control, and we're just like pawns in this game of control.
I think that the elites get more money the more government controls. Yeah. So if a government controls the economy and they decide where the money goes, which distribution is what we're talking about. Say like socialism, where distributing money, where your taxes go up to 60%.
Yeah.
But we put more money towards welfare programs. We put money towards more social. That's the thing is that the lack thereof Jesus Christ, the like more that you lean on the government. So like I believe in a church that goes out to the community, and somebody's hurt or broken, the church goes there and helps them. Or if they're starving.
Yeah.
That's a whole nother topic. I don't believe anyone starves in America.
You don't?
No.
Okay.
No, especially in Kansas City. I've worked down or volunteered down at Hope Faith, and people are generous. People are a whole lot less evil than you can even imagine. If you need money or you need food, I mean, if I went to even if I was a total crackhead and I went and knocked on somebody's door and said, I haven't eaten for 20 days, they'll give you a can of beans. I could believe that's, if you truly needed something in America, people will provide.
Okay.
And the question is, like, where does that come from? And I think it's the values that were brought over on a boat and plopped down. I'm not talking about the values of how much I can get for a slave. I'm talking about the values that were...
You're talking about, like, the Holy Spirit.
Yeah, I'm talking about the Holy Spirit, yeah.
Yeah.
So... But yeah. I totally contradicted myself a couple times, though. But I don't think that Biden versus Trump is that big of a conversation. I think the conversation lies in where is it that our culture is leading us? And is it in the good or the bad? And I believe that it's in the bad. Now, I could say the same thing, too, if it was going farther to the right. I wouldn't like that either. I think 1990 was a pretty damn good year. 91. That was the year I was born. All things considering.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All things considering. Sounds like you had a hellish road with those racist assholes.
But it was still a really good time to be alive, though. There was a lot of good things that were going on.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you got to deal with some things, but there was a lot of good going on, too.
I feel like I'm just preaching to you. But I think that that's true. I think that, and you can tell me what you think of that.
Please.
Is that I think that pastors are not just called to preach about what the word says, but also, prophetically.
Yeah, what it looks like.
What it will look like.
Yeah.
What is it? Where is it that we're going? I mean, we've always known that the culture is wrong.
For sure, yeah. No, I agree with that. I think when you have a good pastor and he really shows you what it looks like, and in my personal opinion, I feel like my pastor does that for us. He shows us what it looks like to to live a godly life, and there's a lot of people in our church that also the elders that they show that as well, and I think that's a really good thing, and that's what makes me feel at home. I never feel judged or anything when I go into my church. I feel very welcomed.
See, I'm like the opposite. I want to feel judged.
Oh,
I want to.
really?
I want to walk into a church and I want them to point out things, my flaws, the things, even if they don't think that even if they're wrong.
Okay.
Like even if it's something that I just. Are you out?
Mm-hmm. I need to.
Oh yeah, my bad.
No, you're good.
Just totally shifted it. But yeah. I'm a little bit counter to that. Is that man? I think that I want a place to get sharpened. I want a place that I'm gonna walk in, and if I say something, or I act something out, that somebody's gonna be like, and I'm not talking about everything on my heels.
Yeah.
I'm just saying like I speak way too much. I wish at one time I'd walk into a church and somebody would go, "Hey."
That's enough.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
Well, no, I get it. So you want your flaws to be pointed out, and you want to be disciplined.
Yeah. Certainly. And that's because I think that I was raised more on compassion.
Okay.
So like the pendulum swings, the bell curve, what have you, is that a man that's raised by his mother, a man that's raised by his father will raise a child like a mother. And that may be a pretty radical statement right there, but I think that there's some truth in that. And a man that's raised by his mother will raise their child like a father. Right? Unless there are more men and women in that community to rebuke, reprove, and to encourage. And I think that's true.
Yeah.
So
I definitely see your point. That's a really good point.
So yeah, when I walk into the church, I see that, and it's just like, nobody gonna call this out. That's why it's hard for me to go to churches that just.
I see.
Yeah, and that's why I asked the question: is like, how do you handle those kind of situations?
Okay.
How do you warn? How do you correct?
For sure. I mean, I don't know. I have a good mentor, and he's very open and honest with me, and I feel like he's a really good father figure to me, and he treats me well, and I think that he corrects me in anything that I'm not doing right in too. So I really appreciate that about him. He's a good father figure to me, for sure.
And outside, and yeah, maybe, and I hear you when you say that, because the thing that pops into my head is that, yeah, maybe it's not necessary to go into a church and that to happen, but for somebody to pull you aside and be like, "Hey,
yeah,
let's get a beer, let's get a coffee, let's talk."
Yeah.
And then for it to happen elsewhere.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Because we meet every Tuesday and we dig deep into the Word.
Yeah.
And we talk very deeply about it.
What time?
What time?
Yeah.
7 usually. We might have to change it because of my new job, but.
Who's we? Oh, you and
me and my mentor.
I'm pretty bad about setting up time with Jake. Like, although tomorrow I gotta hit him up. We might be going climbing.
Oh, he does that.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So tell me about that. How'd you get into climbing?
Dude, craziest story.
I'm ready for it. Let's do it.
So I remember this. So immediately after winter was like on the downturn in January this year, I went in.
Oh, so this is recent.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I went in and just got a climbing membership.
Wow.
And I just walked in there, and I was just like, like you can go and get a day pass, and then like,
yeah.
Nah. I was like, sign me up for the membership. I'm gonna do this.
I like that about you.
Yeah. So I just walked in there, got a membership, and then started climbing there. And then, like, I called Jake on accident, I think.
Oh, really?
You heard the story.
Yeah.
So I called him on accident or whatever, and then we had like this conversation. I asked him if he wanted to be on here or whatever, and this may be repetitive. I told this once before, but he invited me to church, so I go, and then like I think I went to. I contacted an old buddy of mine or something, and he was climbing. I was like, "Whoa, no way! Let's go climbing together." So then I went to church, and then like hung out with Jake and caught up just barely, and then like at the end I was like, hey, we should go climbing sometime, as if I already known that like he was an avid climber. You know what I mean? Like it was like a, hey dude, let's go climbing sometime.
Yeah.
I know you're interested. It wasn't, there was nothing. And he was like, dude, you climb? And I'm like, yeah, I just got a membership the other day. He goes, I got a membership there too. I've had one. I climb, yeah, like, and I was like, yeah, I know that. I don't know how I know that, but I know that. So then we go climbing, and then like the next day after that, I'm in the coffee shop, and I run into my cousin, and I said to him the same exact thing. I was like, hey, you want to go climbing? And he was like, oh, like at ROKC? And he's like, I was like, yeah. And he goes, oh, I was gonna go there right after this. I got a membership, and I was like, oh my gosh, awesome.
Right.
He just had a kid. Shout out to Ethan.
There you go.
Yeah, he's a cousin he's got a podcast too.
Nice, crushing it.
Yeah, but anyway, yeah, so after that, I don't know. I love to go up there and just meet new people.
Wow.
So, yeah. I got a couple people that I hope to have on here, just that I met through climbing.
Really?
Some wise guys.
Yeah.
Some guy that did base jumping.
Oh, wow.
He's like 60 something now.
Really?
I followed that all the way in.
I know, I saw that.
Yeah, you should come sometime.
Yeah, for sure, man. I've never done it in my life, but yeah, I'm down.
Do you live in North Kansas City?
I don't. I actually live in Midtown.
I live down there, 37th in Baltimore. I used to go to Redeemer.
Oh, yeah.
2 blocks away. I'd walk there on Sundays. I worked 100-something hours every week. Pizza Hut, Insomnia Cookies, and Jimmy John's.
Seriously?
Straight up delivered. Like, yeah.
Dang, you were hustling, man.
Yeah, that's why I got a lot of camera equipment from doing that. But took Sundays off and went to church.
That's amazing. Because I thought when we first met, didn't you say you landscaped, maybe? Yeah.
I still do, yeah. I do lawn care. Yeah. Which is, I think, interesting about you and I is that we both got our day jobs, but we're also, like, liberal to the bone with our creativity. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
We work our, like, because you're working UPS now.
Yeah.
But then, like, on the side, you got the side hustle of, like, I want to be a designer. And then, like,
Absolutely.
me, on the other hand, I'm like, you know, I want to be something music or podcast or whatever.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
I really hope this blows up, man. 'Cause I like this. This is cool.
Yeah, I do too. And if you know, like whoever your mentor is, like if he's got a story, man, I want to talk to anybody and everybody.
Yeah. He's a great guy, and he'd be a really good person to have on here. But I think him and his wife, they're being really self-conscious about this COVID thing, so they won't even go to.
No, I want him in here.
Just kidding. Yeah, they won't even go to the church service outside yet. They're not ready.
Well, look up their stats in their county and encourage them to. Yeah, how old are they? How old is he?
They're in their 70s.
Okay.
So I understand.
It's fine. I'll make you clean it up later.
Okay, I will.
I'm not gonna pay you either. That means that you'll be my slave.
Okay. For doing that, yeah, absolutely.
Are we there yet? Can I do that? Is that cool?
I don't know if that's ever cool, but.
Oh, come on. There are such jokes that need to be. Let me talk to you about that. What do you think of comedy? Like, do you think,
yeah. Comedy, yeah, for sure.
What is comedy to you? Because comedy to me is saying the most wrong thing at the most right time, having what should be the most wrong outcome, but just the right
and it's
laughter.
It's enough for it to be really hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh, of course.
I maybe not have had to prep enough.
No, it's fine. It's totally fine. Yeah, I mean, all my comedians that I really enjoy, they talk about real issues that shouldn't be funny, but they're hilarious.
Who do you listen to?
I listen to a lot of people. So Dave Chappelle's probably my favorite.
Okay.
I
Ooh,
love.
he hit the cancel culture hard.
Yeah, he did. He really did. I like Jerry Seinfeld. I think he's funny too. He's got really good dad jokes.
Well, he doesn't perform on college campuses anymore.
No.
That's the unfortunate part. And I don't think he performs. He actually came out with a
Yeah,
special.
he just had a recent one. Yeah.
Haven't heard it,
I haven't seen it yet either.
but I heard it wasn't that great.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I like the show Seinfeld.
I do too.
Yeah, love that
Oh,
show.
man.
That might be one of my favorite shows of all time.
I like it too. I grew up watching it with my dad.
Yeah.
So, who's your dad?
My dad is, so it'd be my stepdad. His name's Brian Stillman.
Okay.
He's a good guy. Taught me a lot.
Is he still alive?
Yeah, he actually lives in Germany now. He got remarried. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
You visit him?
I haven't seen him in a while. We haven't got to connect much.
You don't FaceTime?
No.
FaceTiming with dad is just
Yeah.
just like
Yeah, for sure. I think I'm going to try and go up there and visit him. See how that goes.
That would be fun.
Mm-hmm.
I have a good friend from Germany.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was my friend in high school. He was an exchange student.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, which was really interesting dynamic because part of me was like, I really liked the guy. Like he was just a solid dude. He was a good friend.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, but then another part of me, the battle within is that he was the German kid and like everybody wanted to be his friend.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Might have been hard, like, to really connect with them.
Well, it was just like I didn't, I recognized those demons in me and I try to like, but they're still there. Like I got a buddy, I don't know if he's watching. He's probably not watching. He'll watch every now and then. But he's a big time YouTuber and I shared with him the other day how like, dude, I've been acting out this demon, and I didn't say it this way, but he's got 160,000 subscribers.
Wow.
Big time YouTuber.
Yeah.
And I've been, I knew it. I have that demon in my head or whatever. That's like, I want to, I want to be hanging around this guy because he's freaking famous.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I just want to be his friend because he's famous. Right. Smoke my cigar. I know this guy, and you don't know him, but I know him. He shares things with me, and I know him.
Right.
But yeah, I shared with him. I was like, dude, I'm starting to act these things out.
Yeah.
I don't like that. I think it's important that you share crap like that. It's just
100%, man. Yeah. And I kind of agree with Kanye when he said this is like, you don't always have to go to a therapist. You can like talk through things with like your friends.
Yeah.
And that might be the best way to do it.
Yeah. Take a big gulp because I thought about getting a therapist at one point.
Yeah. No, I mean, I'm not saying that's not good, but
we'll have the suicide hotline right here. See, we got on the topic of comedy, and now I'm thinking like I'm like, taking on this other character.
Oh, okay.
I do that from time to time, and I don't mean to. I think I would have loved to become an actor, but
really?
Oh yeah.
Wow.
I like Jim Carrey.
Of course, he's
I like
great.
embody him sometimes.
I think that's beautiful, man.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Yeah.
It's pretty out there though. I like you know what I mean, like the old Jim Carrey, where just his facial, just I don't know.
Yeah, well,
I admired like this consistency that in the roles that he played made me believe that was him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When you see an actor that has very similar like characters that they play.
Yeah.
So Yeah. Hopefully you can see that in me tonight through the characters. Is that like
For sure.
there's parts of me that are like dying inside, but there's also parts of me that are like thriving.
There you go. Yeah, I think it's very good that you're very raw and complex.
That's what Jake says about me. He's like, it's good that you're vulnerable. I'm like, I don't know, man.
Well, I think it is because
I don't know.
You can talk about these things. You can talk through them.
Yeah.
So I think that's a good thing because a lot of people bottle up inside and then it gets really bad.
Yeah, but I think that there is a cap. Like there should be. You shouldn't share everything that is going on in your mind.
Oh yeah, no, I agree.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like there's some things that are just for God and just for you.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I'm glad. I like the way you said that. Just for you and God.
Yeah. And I question, like, prompts me to consider, where do people go who do not believe in God? Do they just not share it with anyone, or do they share it internally and then to, like, when you're thinking to yourself, are you really thinking to yourself? Like when you make a wish, is it a wish or is it actually a prayer?
It's a prayer.
I think it is too. And
Absolutely.
I think that he answers wishes just as much as he answers prayers.
Absolutely.
There are plenty of wishes that I have made. I didn't intend on prayers, and then they happened, and I did not like the outcome.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Ask and you shall receive. And I have received. Yeah. I thought it was going to be the Garden of Eden, and it ended up being just trial after trial.
Yeah. Sometimes it's a bummer. Yeah. So, what's your favorite Jim Carrey movie?
The Truman Show.
Really? Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I think mine's Dumb and Dumber. Me and my sister watched that so much.
I have not seen that one.
Stop it.
Dead serious.
What?
Yes, and that's the same reaction I get from every single person. That's like, yeah.
You have to see it. It's a classic. It's a
Wow.
must.
I probably should.
You can't do another podcast till you see it.
Yes, sir. But Truman Show is so damn good. Like, that is such a great depiction of our world. Like, it's so...
Okay, yeah, I see why you like it, for sure.
You know what I mean? Like, I love movies that don't try to hide it. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
it blows my mind how there has not been more movies that have depicted the Bible. Because every single movie, there's a story in the Bible that you can compare it to.
Okay, yeah.
Undoubtedly. Like,
Okay.
the motifs of the Bible, like, are entirely parallel to any great story. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Cain and Abel, easy. Joker and Batman,
Whoa.
hands down, right?
Okay, all right.
Noah and the flood, Evan Almighty. No, I'm just kidding. Duh. But Noah and the flood would be like I guess any movie that like has the character and then just everything goes wrong. Everything goes wrong. So like everything goes wrong. What's a character that has experience that just got
Everything goes wrong.
blunt end of it?
I don't know why I was getting ready to say The Mask. That's not true.
No.
Not at all.
I'm talking somebody who
Yeah.
goes through life and just everything, it just doesn't work out. It doesn't work out. And then by the end of it, it works out. And they get through it alive. I mean, that's any story, really.
Yeah, it really is. Okay, what do you think about the Book of Eli? Have you seen that?
Yes. Oh. One of my favorite movies.
Seriously.
The Book of Eli?
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Denzel did a great job in that. Seriously.
Denzel is one of my top favorite actors. Him, Morgan Freeman, some other black guys that I can't.
Of course.
Samuel L. Jackson.
100%.
I can't think of any more. Did you watch that one with Oprah Winfrey?
Are you talking about The Color Purple?
Is that what it's called?
Like the old one?
No. I'm talking about like Wonderfield or something, Wonderland or whatever.
Oh, The Wiz.
Yeah.
Right. Is it?
No.
Gosh, it might have been The Color Purple. I don't remember. Or no, was it Beloved?
I think so.
Yeah, I think that's what you're talking.
Did that suck?
It was.
Did you see it?
It was good. It was hard to watch.
Yeah. It's a like fantasy kind of thing, isn't it?
Maybe we're talking about a different one.
Probably different. Yeah.
If we're talking about if it's fantasy, then it is The Wiz. I think it is. Cause you talking about it had Michael Jackson in it, right?
I don't know. I just remember seeing Oprah in like a big fluffy dress.
Had to be. That had to be The Wiz. I don't know if she's in that though. I think it's somebody else. I don't remember. It was a long time ago as a kid.
Do you get engulfed in movies? Do you watch a lot of movies?
Yeah, sometimes I'll go through phases where I watch like a ton. Like I kind of want to see Mulan. Like, is that childish of me to want to see that?
No. I think it's childish that you want to see a remake.
It looked really good though. You don't think so? Okay. All right.
I am so against remakes. Like I am.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, you can't Why? Why would you do that? That's like coming out with the Carter 4.
He's on 5 now.
Wow.
And
the Carter 3 was enough. I think the Carter 3 killed it, and then he should have just.
Well, he's getting ready to do Carter 6. So.
I guess he didn't like remake it. It's like.
A continue. It's like Halloween. Like I think they're on Halloween like 20. Or something stupid like that.
I can't do remakes, especially Disney remakes. I can't stand them. I think that they slam down political correctness down the throats of everybody. I think that it's just like, and it just absolutely kills the archetypes that are there.
I see.
I think that it just is it's very upfront. Have you ever seen the movie, what is it called? Bohemian Rhapsody, that Bohemian Rhapsody?
I have not seen it, no.
Okay.
But please tell me about it.
Well, it's about why can't I think of his name? The lead singer of Queen. Why can't I think of his name?
Yeah, I can't think of his name either.
What time is it? 8?
Is it?
Yeah. 8:05.
We've been doing this for what, 2 hours?
Since 6? Yeah.
Crushing it.
I mean, I hope so. Like you said, I'm trying to make this blow up too.
Yeah, let's do it.
Like, not really though.
I want to help you, yeah, man.
I don't know, man. Part of me, like I said, is like, is it the fact that I was too lazy to learn how to mix and master, or was it that I didn't want to have to deal with the temptations that would follow? I think I would be okay with this not blowing up and sitting down with 100 people, and then in 100 years, people watching it. Like, I would be entirely content with living my life. I would like to find a woman.
Yeah, of course.
A lady.
Yeah, of course.
But I mean, like, doing lawn care and doing this the rest of my life, I think I'd be content with it.
I think that sounds like a great job, man.
It's not bad. I mean, it's an art.
Yeah.
And I think that there's an art to everything.
I agree. It's an art to landscape, and it's a skill you need to master for sure.
Well, you don't need to master it.
Well, you got to be pretty good at it, because then you can't get more jobs.
Oh, yeah. I'm just saying, like, you don't necessarily need to master it to live a fulfilling life. Like,
oh, yeah, for
I
sure.
thought too deep into that.
For sure.
But yeah.
I was thinking in terms
well,
of
it's
like getting customers.
I do less landscaping and more lawn care. And that's the sad thing is that, like, I treat that lawn like a freaking princess, right? Okay, maybe that's a really terrible
But I know what you.
I treat it like I would my own lawn. Okay, that's a bad one too, because my lawn sucks.
No, you take very good care of it, and I think what you're trying to say is that like the people that you do it for, they don't care about it at all.
Nah. That's the thing is that whether you're making a big gap with the trimmer, we call it a trimmer, not a weed whacker, a trimmer.
Exactly.
You can always tell whether somebody does from lawn care by what they call their trimmer.
Mm-hmm.
Some call it a weed whacker. No, you're not hired. Some call it a string trimmer. Maybe. Yeah. But hearing somebody say like, "We grab the string trimmer," like, no, it's too long. Just call it trimmer. Just call it a damn trimmer.
Right. Yeah. No, I get.
If you're talking about the hedge trimmers, and you call them the hedge trimmers, whatever. But trimmer is a trimmer. But yeah, I started a YouTube channel actually, where I made like how-to videos.
Really?
Yeah. You remember when I told you how this took like 5 to 20 hours of editing or whatever?
Yeah.
And so then it was just like, I started the lawn care channel, and those videos would take 5 to 20 hours to produce and edit. And
wow.
Original music in it too. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you don't do those anymore?
No. Would I like?
Fair enough.
Would I like to? I mean, why not? But so do you work on an illustrate like design, or like how do you design your clothes? Do you sew? Please tell me you sew.
Actually, done. I'm going to school for sewing though.
Okay.
Yeah.
You gotta sew.
Yeah, I know. It's like crucial. You have to. Yeah. So I know a little bit about graphic design, enough to make a T-shirt and stuff, but yeah, it's what I'm going to school for to match that. But I actually am talking to people to manufacture it for me, so there's a middleman right now.
Is that locally here, or do you get everything from China?
It's in LA.
Okay.
Still in America.
Okay.
That's what I wanted to keep everything.
Good for
here.
you.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Yes, thank you.
I support that.
For sure.
More jobs in America.
Absolutely.
Trump today, Trump tomorrow, Trump forever. No, I didn't mean to swing back on things like that. But it is sad. It's sad that the people can't have a conversation like this.
For sure, yeah.
Clearly, we probably have a little bit of a political difference, but
I don't think that matters, though, man.
I don't think so either. I think that you can still... Now, there are some people that you cannot talk to.
Oh, 100%. And they're one way only.
Yeah. Well, don't get me wrong. I'm one way only. Don't get me wrong.
No.
Like I stand pretty firm at where I'm at, but I will listen. I will sit and I will listen to most people.
Yeah.
Some people I won't give the time of day. I think that's where my trouble lies, is that I give some people the time of day that just I shouldn't. You're not one of them.
Well, hey, I appreciate it. Thank you. I was going to say, we talked for a while.
Yeah, I'm getting pretty hungry too.
We should have the pizza delivered here.
You want to?
Why not, man?
I can.
Let's do it. Bring it on.
Order a pie. It's $8.10. What do you like? Pepperoni?
I don't eat pork, so anything that's
What?
like that. Yeah, I don't eat pork.
Communist.
I know. Crazy. I'm not American, huh?
No. No. Where is your heritage? You said that Native American.
So I'm half African American, a quarter Native American, and a quarter Hispanic.
Damn.
Yeah. So I got a nice little cocktail going on there.
Dude, you have like the opportunity to just like, do you believe in black privilege?
Not really, no.
Can you say the N-word?
Yeah, I can, but I
Can
don't.
I?
No.
That's a little piece of privilege that I would love to have sometimes.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
No, I see that. I get it.
You hear me out on that?
I get it.
I'm not saying I do say it, but I'm just saying that's a damn fun word to say.
Sure.
It's like the F word. Now, I'm not gay, so I can't say it.
Right, yeah. No, I feel that.
But there are some comedians that drop that, and it's just kills.
That is yeah, and I think
Or a C word.
I think that's the only time you can say those things in comedy.
That's why we do comedy.
Brings a little relief to everything, huh?
All right, DoorDash. I think I set this up. I had to take down my or make a new bank account recently. So
Okay. Now, so where are you trying to get a Pizza Hut? Because if you say Pizza Hut,
we don't have to do Pizza Hut. I mean, like, there's Old Chicago.
see, I appreciate
Pizza
you.
shop.
See, I was just testing to see how cool you were.
Yeah, like, dude, I worked at Pizza Hut. I don't know if I could eat. I mean, I do. I still eat pizza. Don't get me wrong. But I had so much pizza. For that whole year that I worked at Pizza Hut delivering, that's all I ate for dinner. All I ate for lunch, Jimmy John's. Do you know how much money I was making? Not a lot. But how much money I was saving, on the other hand, of just
By
eating
not,
at the...
yeah, exactly. Because when I was 19, I worked at Pizza Hut too, and that's all I ate.
And the wings are...
They're fire.
I like them. But we could do Pizza Shop.
I don't think I've ever eaten pizza.
Are you gonna go halfsies?
You want to?
I mean, yeah. Like, if we're gonna do this, it's not... It ain't cheap.
Yeah, I mean, I can Venmo you, man.
Okay, cool. Why is
Yeah.
Kevin calling me?
Kevin Hart? Dude, you're blowing up, bro.
This doesn't happen. This doesn't happen. I don't ever have anyone hit me
You're
up.
blowing up. Look, we got 5 people watching. Bro, we're crushing it.
Oh, what? What?
We're making moves out here.
What?
Man. See?
What?
It's the cigar. That's what did it.
Dude, they probably saw it was the thumbnail.
Oh, you think so?
It was the thumbnail, yeah. I told you, we gotta have a sick thumbnail. Yo, Kevin, what do you need? Sup?
I love that this is live and you're just going to let it be how it is. I love that.
Oh, you left me a voicemail. I don't want to listen to the voicemail on here.
No, do it.
I can't.
Okay. I was going to be excited for you, really.
I can't.
It might be inappropriate.
Oh, he said call me. We got 5 people on here.
We gotta give the people.
Yo, dog, I'm doing a podcast.
Talk to me on there.
Maybe he's trying to call me and be like, dude, your podcast is blowing up and you're definitely getting canceled. Like, it says 5 on there, but there's like 5 million people watching you. And the thing that you said about the slave and stuff like that didn't land. Oh my gosh.
That's a rare miss.
Yeah. He said, laugh out loud. Okay, call me later.
There you go.
All right, so that's done.
All right.
That's done. Now to get the pizza. What is your favorite type of pizza? Do you like Hawaiian?
Well, that would, yeah, but that's pork in it.
Oh, it does.
Canadian bacon.
Are you joking me? Oh my gosh. Have you ever ate pork?
I have, yeah, I used to.
There's people who can comment on. Wait a second. It's never gonna blow up. And Freddie Mercury. That's my famous friend Scuba that I was talking about. Yeah, he just said it's never gonna blow up. And Freddie Mercury is the singer of Queen.
Oh yeah. Why did we not get
Is
that?
this the real life? Is this just fantasy? Caught in a landslide. No escape from reality. Open your eyes. Look up to the skies and see. Barbecue sauce on your pizza?
Please.
You want barbecue sauce on your pizza?
Yes.
Well, I'm making my own. Anchovies?
Are we having like a barbecue chicken pizza? Because that would be...
Like jalapenos and like mushrooms and like chicken?
Sure.
Okay.
Bring it on.
And chicken and then Canadian bacon. Look up to the skies and see. Could we throw some pineapple on there?
Please.
Oh, heck yeah. Pineapple and barbecue sauce? For those listening, what's up?
That's clutch.
And then sauerkraut? No, I'm just playing. Jeez. Oh, I have a funny Hitler joke.
Let's hear it.
It's German. Sauerkraut's German, I believe. So, okay, check this out. What was Hitler's favorite food?
I don't know. What was it?
Not seafood.
Ah. Yeah.
Is that not the dumbest joke you've ever heard?
That's a pretty good
It
dad
lands,
joke.
though.
It's a pretty good dad joke.
And lands, though. And then, this is another one. I don't know if I should say this, but screw it. Let's get canceled.
Okay.
When people come up to me and they do accuse me of racism, all I do is I look at them and I say, I'm definitely not racist. I love cookies and cream. Okay, that didn't land as well. It needs some fine tuning and it needs some more context, but we've got drinks if you want some more of that. I'm actually astounded that there's 5 people. Also astounded that they haven't commented anything. It may be because I haven't said, comment your favorite pizza or something.
Yeah.
This is
Please comment that.
This is also why I don't like it. I don't want it to blow up. It's because I get a little bit nervous when people are watching me.
Oh, no, man.
No,
We might not even know any of these people except for your friend that let us know we're never going to blow up. Freddie Mercury is the lead singer of Queen.
that's why I'm friends with Scuba. Okay?
Keeps you humble.
Yeah.
Shoots you.
Yeah.
right the hell
That's why I
down.
don't go to church, and that's why I call him. It's entirely the reason. Okay. It's
We
ordered.
can go to church together also, man.
I'd be game.
Yeah,
Yeah. I'm not wearing a mask.
that's fine.
It's okay.
Yeah, you got to sit by Charlie, though. Because he sits in the no mask section by himself.
The funny thing is, I know who Charlie is.
Yeah, everyone does.
Well, he was often at Hope Faith.
Oh, really?
So I met him before I went there.
Oh, okay.
He forgets every time who I am.
Oh,
But
he's a good guy, man. He's a great guy.
that keeps me humble, is when somebody forgets who I am.
Yeah, then you have to keep reminding him, like, oh, okay. You don't
Well, often I always try to make people remember me, like, because I talk too much. Like, it's not my personality. It's a burden that I carry on my shoulders of, like, I've got to be remembered.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So is that one of your demons, you would say?
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
Okay.
Yeah. I want to be remembered. I think that everybody wants to be remembered. It's just sometimes I try too hard.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I actually get very humbled when someone does remember me. I'm like, oh, I feel like I didn't do anything for you to remember me. It's kind of wild.
I think that's respect. There's a kid, 15-year-old kid, I shared this with him. I said, you know, because he told me that he forgets names easily. And I said the easiest way to impress somebody is just by remembering their name. That's it.
Yes, it really is.
Okay, it's on the right card. I have trouble. Place order.
Yeah, and just
It was at my parents' house, so that would have
Whoops.
been funny. I got an order pizza. Select a delivery time. ASAP, dog. What? ETA.
3 hours. Have you ever ordered from Insomnia Cookie? Like, had it delivered to your house?
Yeah. Even
Dude,
though I worked
They
for them.
take, well, at least the one in Westport, they take forever.
Not whenever I delivered. Dude, I would get out of all the places that I worked for, I would get the best tips at Insomnia Cookies.
Well,
Like Pizza Hut, a little bit less.
Right.
Average tip at Pizza Hut $3. Average tip at Insomnia Cookies $5. Average tip at Jimmy John's $2.
I'd tip you $10 if you got me my cookies within the
Would you?
in the estimated time. I really would.
Dude, it just keeps telling me. It says, please select a delivery time. I don't think they're open.
Maybe we need to go to. Is there a Sarpinos near here?
Ooh, yeah, you're right.
That's free delivery, bro.
Is it?
Yes, sir. Shout out to Sarpinos.
On DoorDash or
Um,
Uber Eats?
I'm not sure.
I'm just gonna do 31 minutes.
That's respectable.
Yeah, it is. Still, none of them are commenting. I think that they just put that on their computer. I think that Scuba is just like, let's give them a little bit of.
Friend. Yeah.
Yeah, let's give them a little bit of pump.
A little hype.
Yeah.
Then we'll shoot them down with the sweet comments.
Okay.
You know what you got to start doing is having those like little figurines like Joe Rogan has just all over his stuff.
Well, I got them. They're just on like the shelves behind me.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah.
I don't like that this would be no, I if you brought something, I meant to say that. Usually if somebody brings something, then like I'll put it up there.
I should have. Dang.
And granted, none of this stuff is from people who gave me things. It was just an idea I just had right now.
No, I like it. I like these glasses that are right here. Those are really cool.
My mother bought that for me.
Hey, shout out to your mom. They looked exactly like mine.
Shout out to the person who I just wish I could be like, I want a pizza with barbecue sauce. I can't do Can you fill in the gaps? Can you plug your business? You have a website?
Oh yeah, flybird.com. That's where my clothes are at. I have an Instagram, Flybird Apparel, as well. So hit me up.
Okay, so I had enough time to find the create your own pizza.
Oh right.
Yeah. Okay. So now we're on to Sarpino's barbecue sauce, and then we're gonna do.
They might actually already have a barbecue chicken pizza, and I think it has pineapple on it.
Really?
I'm pretty sure.
It's gonna be a specialty.
Maybe. It's been a while since I've done it, so don't hate me if that's not right.
I won't hate you. I only hate people who deceive me. Mexicana pizza, vegetarian, tropical. Is it the chicken supreme pizza?
I thought it was barbecue chicken. It might be. I mean, check it out.
Oh, I just blew into the bike. Okay, it comes with artichoke hearts, chicken breast, ricotta, and mozzarella cheeses, roasted garlic, fresh tomato, and basil.
It's definitely not what I ordered, but that
Does that
sounds
work?
Fire, yeah.
Okay, cool. Dip choice, get some ranch. You like ranch?
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say, if you didn't like ranch,
Then you're not American.
yeah. Do ranch everything. An extra side of ranch. And then we're gonna add to order. Okay. Okay, start a new order. Well, we were gonna go pizza shop, but it's too bad. Continue. I've been blowing money like crazy. Do you ever find yourself doing that, like 2 weeks where you just blow money?
Yeah, sadly. I hate it.
This is 37 to 47 minutes. Well, we might have the pizza off camera. Or on camera, I don't care. I think the podcast, I think they can go as long as we talking.
It's whatever, man.
I do have to pee like crazy.
Well, they do that in podcasts. They just go to the bathroom real quick.
Okay. I just didn't want to, like, if they don't do that, then I'll hold it. But if they do.
No, I've seen
2870.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. And it's going to the right place.
Yes, sir. What's your Venmo?
Oh, you don't have to worry about that right now.
Oh, okay. I was gonna hook you up already.
Nah. We're fine. It's on credit anyways. I don't have to pay for it until the 13th. Come on. Are you a Bank of America guy?
I am not a Bank of America. I have Chime.
Oh. Chime Pro.
Yeah, I think it's cool. They get paid like on Wednesday, so I'm cool with that.
Do you boycott any companies?
No, I don't. I guess I don't take that stuff that seriously.
Yeah.
What about you? Do you? I want to say yes.
I'm trying to think. I want to say Netflix, but my account, I don't pay for it. It's my brother-in-law.
Yeah, I'm on my mom, so I don't pay for it either.
Yeah, but I'm leaning more towards boycotting because they're just, I don't know. They're putting out some pretty sketch stuff. Speaking of sketch, still got this knife right here.
There's a knife. Just in case.
Just in case. Just in case we need to do like a blood oath. So have you met some pretty radical Christians in your time? Like very legalistic, like that don't cut their hair?
Nothing like that, no. I'm actually kind of sad I haven't. That would have been cool. I would like to see someone with a really long hair and like a long beard.
You've been doing Amish community?
Yeah, see, I was gonna say I've worked with some Amish cats. They have their little chin strap, and they cut their own hair and make their own clothes. This one guy, I think he had a fire outfit. His wife made him his jean jacket and his jean overalls. It was pretty good.
You should just start selling that.
I kind of wanted to. That's a good move there on the Amish community. Shout out to them.
That's what I'm saying, is just like start making the same thing that they wear and then just posting it up and being like, and having people model in it.
Yeah.
You have models?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Can I model?
Sure.
You think
Yeah.
I'm good enough? Oh, I've got a backdrop right there.
Yeah, this would be a good area.
Huh?
This be a good area, man.
Yeah. Yeah, if you need pictures though, like, let me know.
For sure, man.
I think I have a white backdrop too. I haven't used the green in a while. I kind of partly wanted to like make a news station.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, so tell me your vision here, man, because I want to know about it. Like, now I'm really intrigued.
So I told somebody the other day, I told Jake this the other day, that I want to become a consultant, a journalist, and a podcaster.
Is there something that's holding you back from doing those things?
Time.
I see. So are you saying like the...
And finances.
Oh, of course, yeah.
I gotta work my lawn care gig.
Okay. So like, have you developed a plan to do this, or is this something you just thought in your head? That's what I'm gonna do.
No. Like, have I like pulled it all the way back to the point of what are my next moves?
Yeah.
So like, consulting, I'd like to. I've got to start cold calling.
Yeah.
I've definitely got to go out and cold call.
And I don't mean to cut you off, but you seem like a really good like business guy, like someone that you'd want, like you would be like a person that people would be like, I want to talk to this guy, you know?
Yeah.
Do you not think so?
No, I think I am. I'm personable, which is like a key part of like sales.
100%.
Like, nobody's gonna buy anything from somebody who's hi.
Yeah.
How's it going? My name is. I was just seeing if you wanted like somebody to build your website. Like if there was like a. I didn't see you on Google. And are you the right person I should be talking to? Sir, you're at a dentist's office. What do you need? I just wanted to see if I could speak to your boss. So you're going to have to come out back at another time. Do you have a card? Yeah. That's how I was, though, when I sold copiers. Like
I
that's,
get it.
yeah. I wasn't any good.
And you probably didn't like it either.
No. I wasn't really confident in the product. It wasn't sexy.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah.
Web design, on the other hand, that's sexy. Like, hey, I looked at your website.
It's trash.
Yeah, let me help you out.
Yes.
And for somebody to come into somebody else's place and say something like that, yeah, they're going to listen for a moment, and then they're going to kick my ass out. So they have to find a happy median between the two of those. But yeah, that's like what I would need to do.
Okay.
But I've got about 3 months out of the year that I don't work. So those are the times that I have to like flourish.
There you go, man.
I'd also like to be an inventor.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we'll see where that goes. Got to find somebody to invest. You got 50 grand lying around?
I wish I did, brother. I'd definitely invest in it.
No. I was talking to you. You got 50 grand lying around? Give me a call.
Yeah. America.
Would you like to hear the $1 million ideas?
Let's hear it.
I have shared this on this podcast, but you know.
I'm all about them. Let's do it.
So, million. And here's the crazy part is that I made this in 2011, this list.
Okay.
It's not a very large list.
And still relevant to you.
Well, no, some of them have already been done.
Oh.
Like time had passed and then like somebody had done it.
Okay.
I need to add some to the list too. Toilet, photo. We'll talk about it when we get there.
Please.
And then grilled cheese is another one. Okay, so we
Just
have.
so you know, grilled cheese is already a thing.
Yeah. Not like this. Not like this. I'm telling you, it's excellent. It's great. Yeah, you'll die. You won't die. Longboard workout video.
Okay.
So everybody's longboarding. Like it was like a big time at that time. Like I was like, what if you can make a longboard workout video? You treat it kind of like the step thing that that once was.
Yeah.
Except you're using a longboard.
Yeah.
Okay, and then saw blade cover plus ironer. So this one I love. I'm sure that I could list off 10,000 homes have been destroyed by irons. We'll just say that.
Okay.
So, buy today I don't have a name for it. Saw blade plus ironer, and you will never have a house fire with your iron. And basically, so what it is like, have you seen like a saw blade? How it has like like it like raises up. There's a guard.
For sure.
So the same thing except with an ironer. So when you're not using the iron, it's shielded. But when you are using the iron, then it's like, okay, it doesn't sound like that. This is a saw blade.
It's silent.
But yeah, essentially, if you can put it down anywhere, the iron, it could be hot as hell anywhere, and it's not going to catch your house on fire because it has a shield that instantly covers. I don't know the engineering behind that, but I thought it was a good idea.
It is. It'd be safe for kids too, because sometimes kids touch things.
Exactly. Yeah. And then the bowel movement wake up pill. I love this one. This is great. I love it.
Never want to poop in your sleep.
Nope. And that's exactly why you take this bowel movement pill. Because every time I've ever woke up and I've had to go poop, and I wake up like an hour before I need to wake up, and I go poop, I'm awake.
Yeah.
I'm awake. Like 100%. I might as well let's just get this day started. You know what I mean?
For sure.
So what if there was a pill that would like a time release capsule? You swallow it 6 hours before you had to go to sleep, and there'd be like a 6 hour, 5 hour, 8 hour. I hope people aren't sleeping more than 8 hours, but if there's a certain time that you need to like I need to wake up at this time, so you take it, and then you're gonna have a bowel movement in 8 hours.
There you go.
And you will wake up. You will certainly wake up. What would suck is if you accidentally took like a 9 hour one, and then you woke up at the time, and then you went poop, and then like the hour passed, and then like you were at work and like in a meeting, and then like you just had to go. You just had to. Sorry, I took the wrong pill.
Don't do that.
The USB pillow. I don't know what that is. I forget what it is. I think it just like tracks your sleep, which is kind of already happening. Okay.
Yeah, but I feel like it's not being done well.
It has like sensors in it and like tracks your movement and stuff.
Can always improve things.
This is interesting. The electronic deadlocks. Or deadbolts. Like basically you can control it with your phone. So that's already a thing. In fact, if Scoop is still listening, he has one of those where like you can unlock it with your phone. Through Bluetooth. Customer service phone number website. A website where you can find any customer service phone number and how to get to the person that can talk. It'd be like Reddit.
That's $1 million idea right
Except customer service. Like, I need to get a hold of Apple, and I need to get a hold of them right now. It would have to often change, and like people would vote up which one is like the right path. Like, I need to talk to Subaru Finance, and I need to change this, and then you just be right there. Because
Absolutely.
websites suck at that. Like,
Oh, 100%.
they hide their phone numbers a lot of times. Oh, this is the best idea I think I've ever had. It's a lawnmower stroller. Basically, it's a lawnmower, but it's also a stroller. So your baby can sit on the lawnmower. So you can mow your damn lawn
Watch your kid.
while you're pushing your kid. I mean, you'd put like a little safety strap and give him some headphones and stuff. But promo ink, where you can print on toilet paper, paper towels, you name it. Since the election, we saw the Donald Trump toilet paper. Somebody did that already. A phone attachment that turns the flash face forward. So when you're taking your selfies, that you get the power of your flash, front forward flash, but it's reflected to come at you this way.
There you go.
You follow me on that?
Yeah.
A phone attachment that body heating pillow. I don't know what that is. WT Uber. This one's great. I love it. White trash Uber. You know how like you have to have like a 2006 or higher to like do Uber or whatever. With white trash Uber, doesn't matter. You could have a 67 Caddy and still pick people up, take them to their destination.
It's all that matters, getting to point A to point B.
Exactly. White trash Uber. Nothing against 67 Caddy drivers. I'm not calling you white trash. I'm just saying that is a white trash vehicle. Inseparable couples toothbrush. I don't want to say this one on air, so we're just going to move on.
Okay.
The self-powered gym. It's a gym just filled with row machines and treadmills that are self-powered, and that energy that it powers the gym.
Okay. Oh. Okay.
And it can even be in the dark, and then they can fill up batteries to be used.
Nice. Okay.
Or to charge their Teslas, because this would be in LA or whatever.
Oh, 100%.
Stock exchange gas station. You go to a gas station. While you fill up at that gas station, you also buy percentages of stock. So there's two little things, is that like you see the gas going up, and then you also see the stock that you're purchasing.
Okay. That'd be a nice thing to look at where you're filling up the gas.
You know what I'm saying? Is that, you're also investing in the company right there and then.
Yeah.
ExxonMobil, like, it shows it right there.
That's a great idea.
Yeah. I don't know what I'm doing here.
It's okay.
Did I just get a knock?
I don't know. Is he here?
I don't know. No. He hasn't even left yet. That schmuck. Come on now. Voice your own map.
Ooh. Okay.
Okay, so you download this app, and then, like, when you hear, like, make a left turn in 13 miles.
Right.
All right, so then it'll be like, it'll ask you to do just the bare minimum. Like, say the word turn, say the word left, say the word whatever. And it would compile it together to make your voice be that. But then it'll also be like numbers, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But then it would get interesting because it would get voted up. It'd be kind of like Reddit, and like, you want, say Brooklyn, Danny. Which one's Brooklyn? Like Brooklyn, whatever. Brooklyn maps. And so then it would get voted up, like, based off of which one you hear.
Okay.
So, like, it'd be random at first, but then, like, if you liked it, then you'd be like, that's a good one. Like, take a left up there.
Right.
Don't forget to take a left.
I like that.
It's coming up. Or, like, take the exit, next exit in, like, 13 miles. Aight? Okay? They don't say aight.
You're right.
Okay, And so it would get voted up. Or, like, Country Thunder. And, like, take the next exit and you'll get a free beer from me, I swear.
Right. Yeah.
But it would be completely dependent on who uploaded those things and such. toilet photo. Did you see while you were pissing in my toilet how there wasn't any picture to look at?
Yes.
I've been doing that for like a year, and I just don't know what to put there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a picture of my toilet. I'm going to print it off and then go hang it at somebody else's house or in a gas station, preferably a gas station. Hang it in there and then take a picture of that toilet with the picture of my toilet. Okay, and then I'm going to print that off. It's not going to stop there.
Okay.
I'm going to leave that one in there.
Okay.
And then I'm going to go to another gas station or another restaurant or something. I'm going to hang that one up right there. And then I'm going to take a picture of that toilet with the picture of that toilet with the picture of my toilet. And then I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to print off that picture. And then I'm going to go to another restaurant or a gas station or whatever. I'm going to hang that one above the toilet. And I'm going to take a picture of that toilet with the picture of that toilet, of the picture of that toilet, of the picture of that toilet, of the picture of my toilet.
Yeah, that's $1 million idea. Toilet picture, right? Is that what it's called?
Toilet photo. That was the one
photo.
that I forgot. And then the grilled cheese idea is it's just grilled cheese. Like, you just sell grilled cheese on DoorDash and Uber Eats. You can do it out of your home as long as you're making less than $60,000 a year.
There you go.
And people can just order grilled cheese for like $3 a pop.
I love that.
The markup on that is tremendous. Anyway, I've spent now 30 minutes telling you about the $1 million ideas.
Amen. I wanted to hear it, and I appreciate it. Okay, so are you a boxing fan at all?
I heard about Mike Tyson and Roy Jones Jr.
Yeah, I'm really excited about that.
You excited about that?
Yes. Because have you seen Mike training?
Yes.
He looks...
Bits and pieces.
He looks fantastic.
Oh, it's Mike freaking Tyson.
Like, scary. He looks like he didn't
I'm
miss
not a
step.
boxing guy, actually.
Okay.
But when it comes to that, I want to see that.
100%.
Did you listen to the Joe Rogan episode?
Of course I did.
It came out like 2 days ago?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
of course I did.
I was listening to it on the drive here.
Yeah, that's my guy, Mike Tyson. It's probably my favorite. Him and Muhammad Ali are my favorite boxers.
Yo, Muhammad Ali like Trump.
Yeah, yeah. He did. A lot of people like Trump before he was president. They don't want to admit it, which is okay.
It is okay. So what about this pizza?
Dude, I'm hyped about it.
I am too. I'm really freaking hungry. I had some wings I was going to heat up after you left, but you know what? Screw it. He's on his way here.
Praise God. God's good to us, man.
Do you do you idolize?
No, I don't think so. I admire people. I don't idolize them.
Of the 7 deadly sins, which one do you struggle with the most?
Oh man.
Greed. Envy. Wait, is envy one of them?
Yeah.
Lust.
Anger.
Anger.
It's probably anger.
Yeah?
Yeah. I mean, I've definitely worked on my anger a lot because I used to have a really bad temper when I was a kid. Definitely worked on it, but some things really, like driving with crazy people, that really upsets me.
Dude, I am so irritated at people who don't pull up all the way to the line. Have you noticed that?
Yes.
Have you noticed that?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, I don't like that either. And I hate when people don't use their blinker. I don't know what you're doing. I want to punch them.
See, the blinker thing I can deal with. I can be far enough away from, but like I know why they don't do it. It's because they don't give a damn.
Yeah.
Okay.
100%.
What I don't understand is why like 90% of people don't pull all the way up to the white line. And that's not exaggerated. Like 90%.
Yeah, I would agree.
Like 9 out of 10 cars in a day, if I were to go out and drive around at the stoplight and you look to your left and there's no car.
Oh, yeah.
And then you have to like turn your head a little bit more. Like, why is that? Do you have any idea why that is?
I don't, because it doesn't make sense to me because you can't see if you're trying to do anything.
By the way, do you have any cash?
I don't.
Oh, wait, I do have cash in my pocket. Sweet.
I'm
I
sorry.
needed to tip. No, that's fine.
I don't ever carry cash.
I don't either. I don't know why I had that in there.
That looks like strip club money.
It is. You ever been to a strip club?
I have, yeah.
You have. But you're a Christian. You're not supposed to be able to go to those places.
Yeah, I know. Wasn't living right when I was younger.
Yeah? How old were you? Like 17, 18?
Yeah, maybe 19. You know, 'cause I was, besides, what can you buy at 18? Cigarettes? Besides you being able to do that, it was the only thing you could do, really.
You can buy friends. Dude, you really can. At 18, you can buy friends.
That's true. I wasn't a super rich kid, though, so I couldn't buy friends.
Yeah. Couldn't buy a lot of them. I mean, you bought a couple. Everybody's bought friends.
Probably, yeah.
Come on. Haven't you ever invited out, like, somebody to, hang out, and it's just, like, you for so lonely, and you just... I'll buy you a pizza.
Yeah,
if you just hang out in my basement. I just squirted some of my COVID at you.
That's okay.
He is really on his way. I can't believe this. This is absolutely phenomenal. I've never actually ordered food with anybody on the podcast.
Hey, we're doing a lot of firsts here, man.
Well, here's the thing is that I'm glad that you've seen or you've, took part in the Joe Rogan and Mike Tyson podcast.
Yes.
I think that we're kind of like, this is it.
Yeah.
This is it. Like this right here. You know what I'm saying?
For sure,
This right here. This is it. This is like the miniature version right here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like instead of going to fight, you're going to fight all these other crappy clothing companies.
That's right.
And me, I'm just going to talk to people.
You're doing your thing.
I don't like to compare myself to Joe Rogan though. I do it, but I don't like it afterwards. Moments after, I don't want to compare myself to him. I want to compare myself to who I was yesterday.
For sure.
Do you ever feel like you just say things that other people say?
I used to. I used to a lot. And I actually am very aware of it now, and I try not to do that.
Like just spouting off things to sound intelligent. Jordan Peterson said that. So, you heard of him?
Yeah, actually from Joe Rogan's podcast. That's actually how I got familiar with him.
Have you read his 12 Rules for Life?
I believe so. Yeah.
It's a good one. It's good. I still haven't read all the way through it. Dude, I haven't read a full book since like 5th grade.
He talked about it on either his podcast or Joe's. He talked a lot about it. And they went in.
I'm sorry to interrupt you. He's not driving here. He was driving to Sarpinos.
Are you joking? Oh, that jerk. I know. That's okay. Hopefully he's close. No?
No. He was driving. No, he's there. He's at Sarpinos right now. Update our viewers and listeners.
So he's only made it to Sarpinos. What's happening?
It says 5 playbacks. So we haven't had 5 people listening. It's just like 5 people have listened.
Hey, that's all we can ask for. Sorry.
It's okay. I just wanted 6. I just really wanted 6 people. I should text my friend Brittany. I'll be like, hey, doing another podcast. She's been a real supporter of this. Okay. She was like the first person who was like, I like what you're doing. Second, right here. No, there's more than that. I'm not going to make some BS like that up. I've had some people that were like, I was addicted to meth. And
is this real?
No, it's not.
Okay. I'd say, oh, dang, we're about to get really deep here. Okay.
No. That didn't happen. But it could. It could.
Sure.
If you're addicted to meth, go to a church. That's one thing that I'm about. The church is so helpful to the community. More helpful than anybody can ever even imagine.
Yeah, people don't know about that.
No. People want to hear bad news. They don't want to hear good news. Like Samaritan's Purse in New York City was helping out. They had pop-up tents giving people COVID tests and Samaritan's Purse, I also saw them down in Texas. I traveled down there. And just get a bad rap. I don't think a lot of people realize that, like, especially in disaster areas, like the wildfires. Like, who went and you know, who was there?
Right.
Red Cross, Salvation Army.
Right.
I'm dead serious. I was down in Texas, and I went to some like deal, like it was like a community meeting or something, and Salvation Army was there, and they, I kid you not, had little tin cans with like first aid kit stuff in them.
Wow.
You follow me on that?
Yeah.
Hurricane hits. Granted, this is like 2 months later, but like they have little tin cans. That means what happened was, or this is my impression of Salvation Army. Okay, guys, we got 10 million people that donated. 10 million people that donated. Each of them donated around $10. So that makes 100 million. $100 million. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna take that $100 million and we're gonna put it. We're gonna make these little first aid kits. Okay. What?
Right.
Oh my gosh. I cannot stand it when I see Mizzou versus KU and we're raising money for the Hurricane Harvey relief, and then I go down there and I don't see a single penny of that. I can't stand it when people use freaking disasters as a time to like collect money. That's why I can't stand Black Lives Matter.
Okay. Yeah, talk to me about that.
That's why I can't stand it. Is that they are profiting so much off of this. So much money. I mean, you can see where their money goes to. They're not buying little tiny first aid kits, though I wouldn't put it past them. They are funneling that money directly into the Democrats' pockets. And this is not like conspiracy. No, you can actually go and look at where that money is going to. Elizabeth Warren, Joe Biden, not Tulsi Gabbard. But, yeah, a lot of that money is going into the Democrat politician pockets.
Yeah, I read a thing about that. Man, I don't know.
Which, don't get me wrong, I think Black Lives Matters.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
But I believe that organization is not... I think it's not all it cuts out to be. And this is also someone who's also talking about like Salvation Army and Red Cross. Like I put them all in the same category. Like it's just yeah.
So what do you think? Like what should be happening? What's the change to that? What's the solution?
Is a black man asking me what the solution to the racial tension, or are you talking about the impoverished black community?
No, that's really deep. I was asking about the organizations. Like, what's the solution to making sure that we?
I put a blanket over. Let me clarify that too. I didn't mean to put like a blanket over the black community. I'm saying the impoverished parts of the black community, because I know that it is there. There are several, especially just in the Kansas City area.
Sure.
Go downtown.
Sure.
I mean, I delivered pizza. You know how many people I delivered pizza to that I knocked on the door and like 16 kids running around and one black woman standing there.
Yeah.
I'm heaven sent. Like,
yes.
She doesn't have to cook for all of those kids.
Yes.
I get it. But what do we do about organizations like that?
Yes.
I think that would just be more informative. I think that, and I'm not talking about just news stations need to better. I think that if you go to their website and you look at their about section, then you would essentially see that there's things there that their core values, and not just values, not things that they want to do, but like their core values are yeah. Do you want to go to it? You want to check it out?
Sure.
I mean, I don't want to just like spiel off this. And here's the thing is I see like what I try to see good in everything.
Right, absolutely.
But it's really difficult when you go to this website. And, well, we'll just go to it.
Yeah, let's do it.
This is what will go viral.
Oh, for sure.
This is not supposed to happen. I'm not supposed to be sharing these things with you, and you're not supposed to be listening and having such kind patience. This patience shouldn't be here. Anyway, so what we believe. 4 years ago, what is now known as Black Lives Matter Global Network began to organize. It started out as a chapter-based, member-led organization whose mission was to build local power and to intervene when violence was inflicted on black communities by the state or vigilantes. So right there alone, member-led organization whose mission was to build local power. I don't think we should build power. I don't think that we don't need power, we need competence. There's a big difference between those two things. To say that you want power is a whole hell of a lot different than saying we want competence.
Okay, yeah.
You know, because power is you and me, and go ahead, put your fist in the middle. Yeah. This is gonna be it's gonna be the thumbnail. Power would mean me going like this,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Or you going, yeah. Competence is like this right here,
right?
Or rather, like that right there.
Having an understanding.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but in the years since, we've committed to struggling together and imagining and creating a world free of anti-blackness, where every black person has the social, economic, and political power to thrive. So again, that word power is clocked you over the head.
Yeah.
Power implies force.
Yeah.
You know, it's they have a very similar outlook to things as Malcolm X versus Martin Luther King Jr.
Okay.
A lot of people don't know those two guys were pretty different. Martin Luther King Jr. did not believe in rioting. He didn't believe in. He believed in peaceful, but also political. I mean, from what I heard with Rosa Parks, is that like it was almost set up. But I digress. Black Lives Matter began as a call to action in response to state-sanctioned violence and anti-black racism. Our intention from the very beginning was to connect black people from all over the world who have a shared desire for justice to act together in their communities. And it's also it's talking about the world. I believe that America is the least racist country in the world.
You think so?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that we have a whole it's very diverse. There's a lot of people running around, different beliefs, different skin color, what have you. Okay. And I mean, Hitler himself even pointed out how he believed that America would never work because of the diversity that we had. And he was kind of right. I mean, like now we look here and it's like there's something that is erupting. Did I say too much?
I don't know if I exactly agree with that statement, but that we're the least racist, but
Well, name another country.
That's least racist?
Yeah.
To me, the UK comes to mind. I don't think it's as bad as it is here. Do you think it is?
Yeah, you're right. I don't know about the countries. I really don't have a freaking clue. No, I don't know. I can say that I can say.
Is that more of a belief, or is that what you want to believe? Like, is it like what you really think, or is it just like it's a hope that you have?
So anecdotally, I grew up in Liberty, Missouri. Good old Liberty, Missouri.
Okay.
In 5th grade, we had a wax museum.
Okay.
I was Tiger Woods and did not have a freaking clue what color was.
Right.
I was just Tiger Woods. I looked at Tiger Woods, who his father raised him to be a golfer.
Mm-hmm.
Big part of his life. It was his father being in it and pushing him. I saw him as a guy that also went to Stanford University, educated, and then a man to go on to win the PGA Tour.
Yeah.
And not one time in my life or in my childhood that I saw that as a black man. I saw him as a freaking athlete, one of the best athletes, a hero to me.
Mm-hmm.
So that's anecdotally. As far as on a larger scale, America does not, or actually less of, politically, there isn't a single, I don't want to get into this, but I maybe you can correct me, but I don't think that there is a single policy that is in place in the law that disenfranchises the black community. Not disenfranchise, that completely goes, that segregation.
Okay.
I don't think that there's no policy, except for one, and that's affirmative action, which actually gives privilege to black Americans and Native Americans and leaves out white Americans and Asians.
Really?
Yeah. So I said anecdotally,
Right.
my sights on racism. This is also coming from a guy who said he was going to vote for Obama because he was black.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So my lifetime, like, it's, yeah.
Did you vote for him twice or just the first time?
I didn't even vote.
Oh, okay.
I think it was like 18 the second term or something. I don't know,
Okay. Oh, yeah, that's right. I'm sorry.
Yeah. But, all right, where is this guy at? But the average income of the black family is $40,000 in America.
Okay.
$40,000 a year. To be in the 1% of the world, you have to be making $30,000 or more of the world. That means that the average income of the black community is in the 1% of the world. Now, I can probably say without a doubt that there are more black Americans. There are more black Americans, black people. Do I just say people of color?
Black people's fine.
Okay, so there's more black people in America than there are in the UK. So I would say that there are more, if we're talking economically, then there are more black people in America that economically, financially, are doing better than the rest of the world. So you have politically, you have economically, and then you have just my anecdotal experience of race. So
that's interesting. I mean, I don't have any stat line. I don't know anything about that's the stat line of that, but like I just see it in my community, and I see it kind of when I go to church and stuff. I see that it doesn't look like that. That might be a stat, but it doesn't look like that to me. It looks like the people of color are struggling exponentially. But I don't see everybody everywhere. I'm just saying what I see.
Yeah.
In my area.
No, I understand that, and like I said, like I kind of broke those things down, because I don't think that you can ever perceive.
Yeah.
Like, just on a local level. Like, are there racists in America? Most definitely. Are there racist cops? Sure. I mean, we can talk about that. There was 14 unarmed black men who were killed last year by police. Of those 14, it's either 14 or 15. Of those 15, 2 of the police officers were convicted for the crimes.
Mhm.
Justice was served. I don't know whether they got off or whether what happened, but they were now the other 13, 12,
Excuse me.
they were either reaching for the weapon or something had happened where they were going for a weapon or they had some kind of, well, I guess unarmed would mean they didn't have any weapon. But I listened to a guy that basically broke down each and every single one of those. So as far as the policing, statistically, I don't just statistically, like I said, like I mean, how do you? Other than, but I think that's empirical data. I think that's data that is overwhelming in the. And I've also seen, I mean, I could bring my anecdotal evidence to the table, where I have, but I can't. I think what we're talking about is on a larger scale. If we were walking down the street and somebody said some racial shit to you, damn, it's gotta be explicit now. Then, I guess let me ask you this.
Okay.
How deep does it hit you when somebody says some racial shit?
Oh, it hits really deep. And it's not even just from my race. It's from other races too, 'cause like I know how that feels. So like, I won't name any names, but someone was making a racial slur about Hindu people, and she's like, oh, well, she talks a lot because she's Hindu, and then like her family laughed, and I was just like, how is that funny? That's really racist. Like, why does she have to be in her words that she used was Indian? Why does she have to be Indian for her to be?
Oh, they're here.
Oh, go ahead.
My bad.
No, you're good, man. Go ahead.
Oh, shoot.
We'll be right back.
The dude just put it on the ground.
Oh, nice. Love that.
He just put it on the ground, and then he wasn't even there. Like, it's just a pizza sitting right there.
He doesn't care.
I think we ought to just like take this conversation off air. What do you say? And we eat and just chill.
Let's do it, man.
But yeah. Sorry, guys. Sorry, everybody that's not gonna hear the rest of this. But thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Thanks for whatever. We're gonna eat this pizza and continue to chat. Be sure to subscribe. Right? I don't know. Nobody's listening right now, but if you made it this far and you don't subscribe or don't leave a review on Apple, then Jermaine's gonna come after you.
That's right.
Yeah, he's gonna eat all of your frozen pizza, and I'm going to slice your tires. So, thank you.
All right. Bye, guys.